take you home with me. You're playing, can't bother reading your message. No, I'm not here for your show, wasn't asking. But I've been quitting what you're taking. I've been sipping cause I'm making no regrets, I'm not assistant. Just gonna be what you were, I'm not missing you, yeah. I'm fucking down with all this shit you told me. Just regretting that I met you, damn you hold me down. All my fortune's just been wasted or gone. Oh, you made me feel. You thought there's a cure, I went and let you be. I don't wanna take you home with me. I don't wanna take you home with me.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the RLCS 2021-22 Winter Regional 2 closed quals. We got Circuitry Gaming, folks. Closed qualifiers. Couldn't be more excited about it. My name is Pyro J. I'm here hosting the event, commentating it with the prestigious Alligator Saurus. He has many roles in the circuitry gaming sphere, but tonight he's a caster, and I can think of fewer people that are more excited to see this team of Lunar, Peep, Cam take on the big dogs Gator. How we feeling about tonight?
I'm feeling really good. I am so excited to be here. You have no idea, Pyro. And this is going to be such a good night of Rocket League. We do have players who are in the lobby already. They're getting ready to rock. I'm so excited for this, Pyro. I've been waiting for this moment for so long for CG. We've pushed our way through open quals. We made it to the closed quals, and round one against Rogue, it's going to be a tough draw, but my goodness, what a way to make an entrance.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was interesting, right? Because they matched up against Gentlemen, went to game 5. It was so close, and then had to take it down to the lowers. And you know what? That speaks to Circuitry's resilience tonight, which I think they'll need to display again. We got knocked to lowers, but we're still in it. Still here to take it to them, and there are some big dogs to take it to tonight, that being the first competitor, Rogue, facing up against a team who has consistently placed 12 to 14th in the main event during the fall split, and then most recently in the Winter Regional 1, 9 through 11. That is great. You have Rogue, with the transfer of Aqua, a team that is pushing to maybe be part of the top 8 conversation, and here they are in close quals, taking on Circuitry Gaming. That is truly unfortunate that they have to face up against us, Gator. Tough draw for them. Feel sorry about it.
I mean, I'm inclined to agree. I mean, we're on a team broadcast. I'm only a little bit biased coming into this, but we're a team on the upswing. We're coming in with momentum. I mean, Cam, Peep, and Lunar, they've been putting in time. They've been getting these opportunities, have been pushing through, and they're showing up in these tournaments. They've had so many wins all through the end of 2021 as they're going in these other bubble scene tournaments. And again, having just a solid run through the open quals. We were so close to it in Regional 1, but now in Regional Event 2, finally punching through, and they're confident. They're feeling good. We've made it. We made it to close calls. I don't know what else to say at this point. I'm so freaking excited.
Yeah, well, Gator, you will know exactly what to say because very soon we will have the action on the field tonight. Circuitry Gaming here for the closed quals Swiss cycle. So for those that aren't familiar, 3 wins are needed to get to that main event stage next week for this Winter Regional 2. 3 losses and we're out. But you always face up against someone with the same record. So, if we win this game, we'll play a 1-0 team. If we lose this game, we'll play an 0-1 team. We'll see how everything carves out. But, fingers crossed that Circuitry make it right and start out against a tough competitor of Rogue. I touched on it, Gator, that they have a recent transfer, Aqua, who's supposed to be a big deal in town. But the last time I checked, water type wasn't too well against electric type. So should be an interesting matchup.
And what better time to come in and just shock the scene in round 1 and take out Rogue? It's true. Aqua's come in and generally has been a solid pickup for Rogue. We're not going to beat around the bush. Rogue's a good team as we come into this. But also, that also means they have a new player on it. There's these opportunities to create disruptions on the pitch. There's opportunities to be aggressive and throw them off key a little bit. We've seen the videos. We've seen the comms. We know that they're clicking, but still there's always that little bit of a question mark when you get a new addition to a roster. And if we can take advantage of that and come out swinging, it's still going to be tough, but I believe in the boys.
Yeah, Regional 1, there were no mistakes made for Rogue. They 3-0'd their way through the close calls. This is a team who is very comfortable at this stage and honestly ready to do it again. So you're right, Gator. I think as Circuitry Gaming look at this matchup ahead, it has to be about shaking things up. It has to be about throwing a wrench in their typical cycle. You're right. We saw the comms videos and Aqua honestly sounding very commanding, very comfortable at this stage. So this isn't really a team that you'd expect to be in such a volatile stage. But with that transfer, it is possible. And, we're honing in on that potential vulnerability for Circuitry Gaming to spice it up and collect some goals out of. So it will be very interesting. I'm curious about our next opponents as well, Gator, as we move through this closed quals cycle. There's many teams like Circuitry who don't always make it into closed quals, but are looking to take advantage of the moment. You have teams like the Gentlemen, who we lost to in Game 5 in the upper brackets of Day 2. We have teams like NXT Esports. Power have finally made it into the closed quals. Everybody's raving about Forky being here. We might match up against them later. So lots of opponents tonight that should be interesting matchups. Anyone you're looking out for in particular to see if they cross paths with Circuitry?
Looking forward to a potential matchup again with Gentlemen. See how the how things are feeling today compared to when we saw them the other night. Any of the bubble teams that are making it through, I would love to see how. I mean, obviously want us to do as well as we possibly can and make it through the tournament, make it through today. But I'm looking forward just to seeing how they end up pushing through. The bubble team bubble scene has gotten so much stronger in Rocket League recently, and I mean, I'm sure everybody here in that's viewing the stream right now keeps an eye on how these brackets are going. There's upsets all over the place. These teams are coming through and they are making their mark. And it's any given Sunday. We're here. There's no reason that we can't win. There's no reason that any of these teams can't win. So back to the original point, without meandering so much, I would like to see a rematch against Gentlemen just to get another opportunity at it. But after that, it's open. I do think coming into this, we've shown resiliency. We've shown we can take anybody that are in this bracket, that are in the matchup. And that's true of any team that makes it here. So without giving the non-answer, that's my answer.
I think it was the perfect answer, Gator. I think it was so perfect that we're ready for some Rocket League action. What do you think? Folks, get ready, gear up. This is the first match of the Winter Regional 2 close qualifying stage. Rogue versus Circuitry Gaming. They are going to take a very, very small break, actually. Now that I see in the comments, it's going to be about 1 minute. I'm giving you a teaser, everybody. A little teaser, just to make sure you're ready. Don't worry, though. You can already tell I'm ready. I got the blue on. I got the blue headphones, okay? When I got a little blue going kind of magic in the background, too. Gator's got his Circuitry jersey on. We couldn't be more prepared for the moment.
I even took my mouse mat and I turned it into a flag. So, I mean, we're coming here hype. We're finding ways to get hype. And Pyro, I'm so excited for this. I really, really am. Like I said, we'll have a brief break, do a quick run up, get the stretch for the players, and we'll get this match underway.
I like what you said earlier about kind of anything can happen, like any surprise story can make it. That truly is the beauty of Rocket League. Like, you see how these teams stack up. You know Rogue is one of the strongest opponents, if not maybe the strongest, out of their recent endeavors in the last close qualifier. But this is Rocket League, folks, and it gets contentious. And these games go to Game 5 right when you least expect it. So you got to be here for the ride, for the ups, for the downs, and we are here for all of it. Circuitry Gaming, come on, give us what we need, give us what we want, and we gotta be electric.
Be electric indeed. We're gonna get hype. We are given the go-ahead to the players. They are joining teams. We're gonna head into game 1 in just a couple of moments, and we'll get this series underway. Pyro, we're headed to the pitch. RLCS D3 of close quals have kicked off.
Woo, those were the words I've been waiting to hear all day long. Circuitry Gaming in orange. We got Rogue in blue. And who gave them their home color? Come on now. But that's okay. We'll stay electric nonetheless. As Lunar going to kick things off. Remember, we've had good performances against some of these bubble teams, but this will be one of the first times that they're facing up against the top dogs. We want to make a good at first impression, right, Gator? And that first save is going to be a great first impression.
It's going to be solid indeed. Keeps us tied up. It's still very early, but keeps 0-0, but shows we're not afraid. We're not getting out of rotation. We're not getting bothered. We're not getting badgered. A couple of demos breaking out on the pitch already, trying to throw some rotations off. Still holding on to the 0-0 in the first minute.
Hey, like to see that. A good clear out. Lunar's ready to cherry pick, maybe find some quick goals, quick offense, but it's quickly turned away. And sent forward. Could be a big shot there. It's turned away again, though. And Circuitry Gaming showing that they can get just as much time on offense as their opponents. As a shot comes out the way in the mix. A good touch there by Cam to try and pull it through to the box, but it's quickly turned away again. Rogue, kind of even, counteracting each of our opportunities. Major clears down each side of the way. This one right on the net, and Taroko's going to be the first to score. The blood is firstly drawn on the side of Rogue to get the first goal.
Yeah, finding that connection in front of the net, like you said, very evenly matched up so far in the first minute and a half of gameplay, which you do like to see that they're coming out ready to play and ready to rock. You do hope for that first strike and that first blood, and if not the first, at least second. Lucky it hit the post there and bounced out. Circuitry trying to get back up onto offense. It worked pretty decently, weren't able to find the net on their first trip down. Looking to try to get this equalizer quickly.
Yeah, Circuitry trying to cut into Rogue's offense here and make some moves on the other line. Oh, almost pulls off an incredible angle. Circuitry making their name known by these quick shots that are almost finding it. The block comes out in the way of the box. Aqua trying to make the most of it, but it's sent out to the corner again. Drop down Aqua, another shot turned away. Circuitry are all up on it. The defensive rotations looking solid. There's always a player to challenge these attacks from Rogue, and that may be the thing that keeps us there. Is the speed, the shot taking it well. Gyro has to stretch for that save, but the next one's coming in. Lunar's out hot, and Circuitry are on the board.
They're on the board, and Pyro, they're here to play. The team pass in front of the net. Pete finding Lunar on the attack. And just before halftime, we strike back, tying up the game. And with 2:34 to go, Circuitry absolutely showing up on the pitch, starting to work their way up back from the backfield. They've been pinned back a little bit too much for my comfort in game one. If they can start breaking past that midfield more consistently, these challenges are going to lead to that. As we will get a save coming out of Peep. Taroko with the demo on Cam, trying to set up some offense for Rogue. We'll take another trip down to the defensive rotations are there, saved by Cam. CG still doing well to keep the shots out of net.
Yeah, I mean, this is a high-pressure situation, Gator. The Circuitry Gaming, they're getting their chance. These players, Lunar, Pete, Cam, they want this moment to mean everything, but the pressure's on. I feel like with that first goal, though, they've sort of eased into this now. That confidence, it's building up. They're convinced that they have the potential to compete with big names like Rogue, and that competition has to stay stiff. It will with a long clear. Down the line, I think it's Lunar to send it away, and it's cleared once again by Gyro. And look who's ready to attack. Aqua finds a flip reset, but quickly turned away by Cam. It's now sent to Lunar, who sends that downfield, takes a little bit of boost, and Rogue are back on the counter.
Yeah, they're working the way up. And Pyro, to circle back a little bit what you said, there's pressure, but the pressure's on Rogue. They're the ones that are staring at the opportunity to get upset by Circuitry. They're staring at the opportunity to get scored on by Cam. Taroko will get the save to deny the initial opportunity. We will still see Circuitry up on offense. They're hunting for it. Peep trying to get the pass. A Lunar pulled off for the moment, looking to buy the touch from the defense. We're still pinned down on the offensive half in the final minute of game number one. It's looking to be anybody's game so far as we've kicked off the series.
Some beautiful words that you spoke there, Gator. All we could ask for is anyone's game. Let's make it Circuitry's. Lunar, downfield looking for the pass up the corner, but Gyro's immediately there. He'll get a pop up, but Cam expects it all the way and sends it down the blue end. Taroko wants to make quick moves and not let Circuitry get a counterattack out of it, but Lunar, patient as ever, picks up boost and sends downfield. Aqua back up off the ceiling. You gotta watch out for what's coming their way. Finds a flip reset, but gets denied immediately. Sent up by Peep. Taroko is there. They've got 18 seconds left to try and make a move, or we got overtime in game one. We're back up into the skies, and Aqua's there. Rogue mounting another attack. A touch from Aqua off the ground gets turned away again. Circuitry just trying to survive, or will they thrive? Back down the field, maybe a shot coming in. Gyro down the field, and it's on the ground. We've got overtime.
Overtime of game one already starting with the excitement. Lunar picking it up off the kickoff, goes for the flip reset. Taroko elevating to get the clear. The rotation threw up by Cam, looking for the solo play along the back wall, challenged by Gyro. Trying to get this one out into the midfield. Peep and Taroko combining to send this one back over to the orange corner. Gyro can't quite make it happen. Aqua stalling it out, but Cam on the solid rotation gets the touch out to Pete, sending it back downfield. Both teams going full length of the pitch. The redirect in front of net saved by Cam and sent back out into the midfield. Neither team able to get the solid possession, but Pyro, both of them hunting for more than just demos. They want goals.
Surely getting physical out there. Circuitry want to raise eyebrows be in the headlines right now and make everybody hear that Rogue has dropped their first game. They can make that happen with a goal here in overtime, and they're on the attack. That's Peep to get a touch off the ceiling, and maybe a second. No Cam actually solidifying their defense instead. You got to recognize those moments where the shot's coming in, and you got to be there too. Block it! Unbelievable Cam off the... Oh, but it's Taroko to finish the play. The pressure mounted too much, and at the end of it, Circuitry fall to Rogue in game one.
And a heartbreaker in overtime, but my goodness, Pyro, what a fought game one. We've shown we're here to play, we're here to fight. This was not coming in and getting blown out. We're taking it to Rogue, and we're in overtime, and we're fighting. We are absolutely in this series.
Oh, it's a brawl. You say it yourself with those, traded demolitions there in overtime. You can tell both teams want this straight out the gate. And when you get overtime in game one, you know that it's going to be an interesting series. You know that it's going to be a fight to actually make every second count. So we have Circuitry Gaming making headlines still, taking them to overtime. Let's do it again. Give me another overtime, Gator. I'm ready for it. Game two, Circuitry proved that they are up to the task.
for another one. Let's change how it ends. The next one, I love it. There's always that little bit when you come into a series as a fellow caster, you're familiar with the game one vibes that you sometimes see, especially as a day is starting. Pyro, I didn't see any of them tonight. I didn't see any in game one. Both the teams came out flinging right away. The speed was there. The passes were there. The plays were there. The demos were there. And going into overtime in game one, I'm very confident for the confidence of our boys as they head to the pitch for game two.
Well, game two, it is. Say no more, Gator. We have Rogue up 1-0 in the best of 5 round 1 for the close qualifiers of the Winter Regional 2 for North America, RLCS 2021-22. Did I get all of it? I sure hope so. We got game 2. Let's get it hot and fresh out the kitchen. Circuitry gotta make their gadgets and their connections work. Let's be electric as we get things counted up.
And starting off again for game 2, they're back on defense. I made a remark in game 1 about having to get past the midfield. Rogue doing generally well to cut off those follow-up touches, but not enough, again, that it's been totally keeping us out of the game so far. Circuitry spending time back on defense to start game number 2, holding on strong, getting a trip down into offense. I'd like to see something happen here.
Could happen. Peep with the flick. It's off of the crossbar. Maybe a second from Lunar. It's too high. Peep with the second touch, but Aqua's, oh, he's batted out of the way, but the shot wasn't on target. Circuitry are there with the possession and the aggression. That is exactly how they capitalize on these moments. It's just the shot placements did not finish. But listen, Gator, this is a team that prides themselves on keeping that offensive rotation going. Even if they're missing their shots, they're happy to keep those possessions rolling. They got a couple shots there. They've just got to finish them.
Oh, absolutely. They can come in, they can miss, who cares? Keep rotation, keep possession, and that's what Circuitry is doing here. Not quite registering a shot. Peep trying to take it onto the back wall. Lunar, again, continuing that pressure. Circuitry setting up shop in offense. Peep as the third man back will beat Gyro to the ball, trying to get another one, will get popped up out of the way. Lunar with a quick challenge onto Taroko to bite out the Rogue transitional opportunities. And Circuitry doing well in the midfield and doing well to sneak it past. CG strike first, Cam finds the net.
It's not surprising to see Cam dunking Aqua because we talked about it earlier. Electricity beats water. Circuitry are here to play and here to be electrifying. It was the lightning before the thunder as soon as you saw Cam surge up where he's been launching up to the skies again and again, and he throws down the thundering blow, but there's a return immediately. Gyro equalizes.
And a solid kickoff play for Rogue. You can't take that away from them. As Gyro finds the 1-2-3, or the 1-2-1 for Rogue. So as quick as a strike, tied right back up. This just speaks to the pace of play these players are playing at. We're at the professional level for a reason. They cannot let the guard up. And as time continues to tick away, still tied, CG are going to be looking to fight back to get the lead.
You can see, though, that Rogue is not infallible. Taroko missing that pass over from Aqua. They have chances to, let themselves go. The shot taker, Taroko, actually taken out of the field. The shot can't come if the shot taker is off of the field, and that's exactly the line of thinking from Circuitry. You take out that shot taker, easy peasy, send it the other way. Lemon squeezy. They've got some offense to work with now. Taroko back up, launching, sees Gyro upfield, decides to hold on to the ball. To catch the flick, gets it past Lunar, but Lunar's ready on the other side. Finds this, wants to dump off. Gyro in the mix instead. Peep to the corner looking for that pass. It's a redirect. Lunar's there in the box, but it's sent away immediately. Circuitry trying to keep this offense going, but that defense from Rogue is tough.
Yeah, it seems like we've switched from the first minute of it. Circuitry spending this time on offense, and a demo coming out from Rogue. Stroko taking Peep out of it. Lunar getting saved. Peep taken out again with the spawn demo. We're starting to see the physicality come to play from both squads. Another demo. As so far, Circuitry had been the one that had been more aggressive on getting these demos. Even the earlier goal coming from Lunar threatening to get the bump in front of the net. Another team, since the last couple, have not really been able to get past the opponents. A double commit in the midfield. This may be the opportunity for Circuitry. Peep trying to get the touch out. Gyro cuts off Lunar, popping it over to Cam. Awkward and shot from Aqua, who sees the opportunity. He saw it coming.
Yeah, I think we had some out-of-place defenders here. Caught in an awkward position there as Cam, as he doesn't realize that ball's going to go straight to Aqua. Rogue are going to see those opportunities and slam them home every time. There's got to be that awareness, that prevention mechanism in place to guard those goals, especially at the kickoff. Taroko with the flip reset, but it's turned away, and that actually almost caught Rogue a little out of place. They really got offensive there. I will say that is the one thing I've appreciated about Circuitry there on offense is when they get their chances, they really do rile up the whole squad and face it all as if it's their best scoring opportunity. There they all are, all three in the mix. They're trying to find the shot. You feel like it's only a matter of time, and that's the one thing I love about watching Circuitry play. They've got to make the save, though, and Taroko slots it perfectly in the bottom corner, just away from Circuitry.
It's unfortunately one of the things with an aggressive play style is when the ball starts heading the other way, you got to rotate back into position quickly. Not saying they're out of position, but Taroko able to take advantage of where the Circuitry cars were set up on the field. So 3-1 difference with less than a minute to go. Circuitry, they've had their opportunities up on offense, haven't fully been able to take advantage of them. And as we're sitting down 2-1, we're looking for Lightning to strike a couple more times to try to get us back into game 2.
Still opportunities here as Lunar dumps to Peep. Peep just a little in front of the ball, though, off of the pass, which allows for space on Gyro. Around the corner, Lunar to Cam. Cam to Peep. A little infield pressure with the shot forthcoming, but it is sent away immediately. The goalie demolished, but Peep, that's a bit too hard of a clear for him to pick up on. Cam still fighting away. You see Circuitry still seeing this as a viable opportunity to gain some ground. Cam back to the midfield. Is there a shot taker? No. Gyro has it instead as Peep was taken off the field. The shot, not enough. Peep, an extraordinary effort to get the save. The forthcoming shot is slotted in from Taroko, though. Rogue, at the end of the day, capitalize on the goalie being pulled from Circuitry and score a fourth.
Yeah, Rogue honestly flipping the Circuitry playstyle, and that's what ended up working out for them at the end here of game 2. So the 4-1 might see a couple of goals that change the ultimate scoreline for what gets reported here, but Rogue, they'll be moving up to 2-0 on the series. CG Circuitry, we're going to be looking to get that reverse sweep and keep that momentum going. We're down in a hole of these players. They've been down before. They fought their way into this position. There's no reason to think they can't bounce back here in game 3.
Yeah, absolutely right, Gator. This is a situation for Circuitry that they shouldn't be shaken by, right? When you're entering the closed qual stage, there are going to be very tough competitors, and you're going to find yourself in a position like this where you have to pull off the reverse sweep. This shouldn't be a mentality spike of, oh my God, oh no, let's panic. No, we're in the moment. We're in close quals, and we're ready to fight with every given opportunity. This is yet another chance for Circuitry to make waves, to take Rogue to another overtime, to win, to take some games off of them. This is their moment, and they're not going to back down. They're going to continue to fight even with that final score line. I don't like to think of it as such a 3-goal spread there, 4-1. It was kind of Rogue taking advantage of the over-aggression there from Circuitry at the late end. Game 3, it's just another opportunity, Gator.
That's true. Right to your point, it was a 1-goal game until, deep into the final minute. And you get into that pull the goalie type situation where you have to be more aggressive to try to break through. So I do agree to your point, but we're going to be heading into game 3. Now's the time to go out and make the challenge, make these pushes and start shocking teams. You could shock Rogue. They're going to be feeling good. Why not? They're Rogue. They feel fine. They're confident. But why not us? Why not this time? We've shown that we can hang with these guys. We've shown that we can fight. Let's get in. Let's take game 3. Keep the heads up, and let's see what this team can do.
Well, heads up, everybody is right, because we're right into game 3. 5 minutes on the clock, and it's time for Circuitry to get their first win and get a chance at it immediately. Cam sending it to the midfield. Lunar hoping to take the defense off guard. It's all of them crashing into the net, and an explosion to celebrate. Lunar credited with the first goal for Circuitry.
And Lunar coming into game 3 already shaking it off and getting that early goal to spark Circuitry gaming. We've seen a couple of card changes. We've seen a couple of things coming out from the boys, but coming out striking early is exactly what we need to do in this series. Keep pushing and keep fighting and get set right back up on offense.
And the importance of holding on to this lead for more than 5 seconds, Gator. You know, the last time they enjoyed a lead, it was quickly taken away from them. So Circuitry, we want to see how they operate with a lead, and we don't want to see them hold back either. This is a chance to keep firing away, to keep taking Rogue off guard. But you do have Aqua trying to pull off a nasty redirect. Peep is able to turn away Gyro's shot, and Taroko trying to pass it back to Aqua. Oh, but Cam's able to send away and get some time on the ball. A little bit of a relief here for Circuitry to reset.
Yeah, they're going to have to get back on the defense quick. Lunar trying to buy time and actually slowing it down quite a bit, setting up some offense of their own. Will be challenged out. Aqua going for that solo play in the mid as Rogue trying to fight their way back onto the scoreboard. The defense for Circuitry Gaming holding strong so far in Game 3, pulling off a couple of early reads on some of these shot attempts and even culminating in a full field pinch to send it back, getting the center but cleared out. Circuitry is playing quick. We're looking good. I'd love to see another goal put on the board, but keeping Rogue at bay, holding on to this lead for an extended time, like you said, is absolutely a solid way to start Game 3.
You mentioned the speed, Gator, and that's one thing that I've appreciated a lot, but they're not quick enough to counteract the 2v1. Aqua credit with the goal, but this is just so intelligent by Gyro. Dump it off and take care of the rest. Rogue equalize on a beautifully drawn up play.
Yeah, and it was well done. You can't take that away. You start seeing, you get that pass over to the mid, and you know you're going to over pursue after your touch, but hold on for a second, Spanish kickoff coming in, and will unfortunately not lead to anything for Circuitry. But when you see those possessions, you go through, it's a little bit of an over pursuit afterwards. You know that there's going to be a goalie there. Go open up the goal, set it up for your teammates, and get the game tied right back up. 1-1, 3 to go. Circuitry back on the attack.
Gonna mention their quick challenges, their speed on Circuitry. We see a lot from Rogue, especially from players like Aqua, that they're going for the flip reset every single chance they get. And that just has not seemed to shake Circuitry. They're not worried about the threat of that. They're immediately tying into these challenges and getting rid of the threat immediately as it arises. This is a big threat, though, as Aqua tries to put it past the defenders on the far side, but the shot is placed away, and Circuitry going to take advantage of that by bombing it back upfield, setting up the pass. Lunar for the shot. It's off of the backboard. Gyro's ready to counteract and send it from the backboard and home, but it ain't going home, but back to Rogue's goal. Peep not there for the follow-on shot, and Rogue able to send it away.
Gyro will get the follow-up touch, and I was gonna make a comment, but Gyro kind of nullifying what I was gonna say, as he does get the follow-up flip reset and gets the final touch. What I was gonna say is, so far it looks like Rogue is respecting the defense more and more. A couple of the shots that normally you would see go on target have been put wide, as if Rogue is trying to pre-read the defense and assuming Circuitry is gonna get to it. Unfortunately, this one, Gyro does put on target. It's up to Circuitry to try to get the bounce back. Lunar gets the demo, but it will get knocked out of the way by Gyro. Back up on offense. We see Cam putting into the corner. Lunar with the doink onto the back wall. Wants another touch. Still dangerous. Still in front of the net. And it gets knocked out. But Peep is there. We're tied up with less than 2 to go.
Send them all. Get them all on the ball. Huddle up in the net, everybody, because we got a goal to score. It takes the whole crew, but Circuitry find the equalizer. It's 2-2, and they're just not letting up yet. This is bringing me back to the magnificence of their open qualifier run. Gator, how many times did this team just fight on back to be in the punch? We noted this team is resilient and mechanical. Cam almost dumping off. I think there's a third shot taker, but no, they're gonna back off Circuitry, maintaining their position in the series. What a save from Peep to keep that out of contention. And Rogue, they're firing back, Gator.
Oh my goodness, these are getting closer and closer. The angle from Gyro will sneak it in. The woodwork doing no favors for Circuitry, as Gyro will sneak in just the slightest touch against the crossbar, and it will sneak in. The 1-goal lead for Rogue. Circuitry, we've kept fighting. We've shown the offense. There's still time, but Rogue, they're gonna kill a bit of momentum. Circuitry, this is now the time to show that we belong here.
That's right. They've got to make sure Gyro isn't continuing to be cracked, because that shot was pretty insane. But there's a pass downfield. Lunar almost finds it. And Peep hoping to keep that offensive possession going. Circuitry talking a lot about their third man and being very strong, keeping that rotation going. They try to do it there, but Aqua sending upfield. The midfield pass is turned away. Lunar has to make a save here, and he's able to do so and bring it back. Up another save from Peep. Circuitry, this is their moment to attack Rogue to keep them out of situations like this, but the pass from the corner is too quick. Taroko capitalizes.
Just a couple of players stuck up on that near side as they're trying to get the read on the pass. But Taroko will ultimately be the player to find it with 2 goals, 39 seconds. There is still time. We can still see it happen. It may start here. Peep is going to pull off, leaves it for Cam. Bit of a heavy touch, gyro upfield, looking for Aqua, maybe getting a follow to Taroko, but no. Lunar collecting over in the corner, slows it down, looks for the flick. Gyro just enough of a touch to disrupt the offense, sending it deep downfield as well, but more importantly for Rogue, killing time. Maybe an opportunity, Aqua cuts it off. They're playing keep away in the midfield, just going for these pinches. Final 10 seconds. Peep trying to find the pass. Trying to get the pinch with a Lunar. Taroko sends it back. Time ticks away. Game 3 will be going to Rogue. We're going to regain. We'll be looking to go next.
We'll be looking to go next. That is a win for Rogue in round 1 of the closed qualifiers. 3-0 is the game score, but we saw so many chances for Circuitry to make their name known today. That overtime in game 1, that fight at the last half during that last game in game 3. So many chances that Circuitry are arguing that they have a spot today. And we'll get more chances to do that. That's only the first loss of the day. And Gator, I think there's many more to come.
Oh, absolutely. Folks, it's a Swiss format tonight. It's personally one of my favorite formats in a hot take, but which does mean we will play a team who went 0-1 in round number 1. We are starting to see some of the results come in. I do like our chances based on what we saw in round 1, though. It was Rogue. We knew it was going to be a tough fight. Nobody is shying away from that. But Circuitry came out swinging and brought an absolute battle to Rogue in round 1. I'm not, if I'm one of the potential opponents, I'm not feeling too good about having to face Circuitry in round 2.
They've still got chances. You're right, Rogue. Hey, they swept their last closed quals. They're looking to do it again. We'll see if they do, but we're more focused on the Circuitry path, folks. Join us, stick with us as we follow them to round 2 of the closed qualifiers for the Winter Regional 2 and A. RLCS 2021-22. The experience is only beginning. Be electric, and we'll be back.
Shawty loves it, yeah, loves that I'm a goat. Yeah.
Deep in the dark, down on my knees, I've seen things that you wouldn't believe. I was lost until I found that I'm invincible. Nobody gon' bring me down. Here we go.
invincible.
I'm invincible. Nobody gon' bring me down. That I'm invincible. Nobody gon' bring me down. I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus. I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on a memory, but it's not like I need it. And you may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus. I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. 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 I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I can't focus. I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my. I just need to clear my head. Oh, clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head.
I look at people and I wonder all day, who are you and
not the one in your way. And then I think about myself when I stayed. I'm a pretty boss, look on my shit bright ways. I'm a freak in the sheets, but I got class. I'ma grab an ass if you want it. Best you ever had, give it to you back. Ooh. Talk about quiet with a big mouth. Listen for the doubt, then call it. Make you out for what you say to me. Look at every single date. If you got what I need, then I'll take you on like a big deal. Legs you can unseal, key in ignition. Just keep me full like I had a meal once in a while. Feel alright. I know you like it, can't fight it. I'ma let you ride the wave. I'm New York and you're LA. Come together, feel the shock waves.
Touch me, love when you put your hands on me. Touch me, love when you put your hands on me. Touch me, love when you put your hands on me. Trust me, watch me, give you a good time. Touch me, love when you put your hands on me. Love when you put your hands on me. Give you a good time. Give you a good. Give you a good time. Give you a good. Touch me, love when you put your hands on me. Touch me, love when you put your hands on me. Touch me, love when you put your hands on me. Trust me, watch me, give you a good time. Touch me, love when you put your hands on me. give you a good time. Give you a good. Give you a good time. Give you a good.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, no defenders. You've hid your fury and kept it in. But it's time now, you ignite and turn to embers. Like a phoenix, you burn.
it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony. Left me with the pieces of forever that you broke. But since you left me alone, I've been high. I've been high. Lately I've been
questions. Wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I'll just buy a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity keeps elevating me.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the Circuitry Gaming Run of the Winter Regional 2. We have the closed qualifiers. We just got taken down by Rogue, but it's all good. We're being electric. We're just getting started, and we're ready to take on the Pittsburgh Knights in this second game. I think we've heard of Pittsburgh Knights before, Gator. Just maybe, and we've met on an occasion as well.
just a little bit. We played against PK back in day 2 of the open qualifiers for Regional 1. It went to 5 games. PK did win that series. It was a very hard-fought matchup between the two, but I'm itching for the rematch here. I think it's going to be solid, and I do like our chances coming into this one.
Yeah, I don't mind them at all. I think we're warmed up. We played well against Rogue. We got our feet wet into, all these tough competitors that we're going to face off. And now it's up against the Pittsburgh Knights, a team that, with their transfer of Omar in these last few regionals that they've been able to play with them, have started to perform better. I think they had a 9 through 11th placement in the Regional 3 of the fall split, and they're working to make that magic again in this winter split. But Circuitry are ready to butt in and cut into that magic. Gator, what's the prime aspect of the Circuitry gaming works that we need here in this match against PK?
I think we need to see this aggression continue. We saw it a lot in the matchup against Rogue. PK are coming off of a 5-game loss against, got to double check, 5-game loss against the Sonics. So this is going to be a solid match. And if we come out swinging, we come out fighting, I think it's going to set well for our chances of success.
Indeed. And I believe we're getting started in terms of game 1 already, folks. Pittsburgh Knights and Circuitry Gaming off for game number 1. It's a hot start. First 30 seconds just about underway, but you didn't miss a thing, folks. Cam already trying to center it, already trying to get that aggression popping off. Like Gator said, that's what we need. We need to get physical, and the bombs and demos, they've already shown their ugly head, and we're ready for more of it.
I wouldn't say ugly head. I love some physicality in Rocket League, especially when it's to the beneficiary of Circuitry Gaming. It's so far been a little mixed, both the teams coming out. It's game 1, looking to feel each other out that little bit. And Circuitry's trip down into offense will be quickly answered back. Elfcap can't get there in time to get the shot. Circuitry escaping back on defense. Cam 1v1 against Sosa in the net. Will go to the pass to Lunar, and already the Circuitry connection will lead to an opening goal for the boys in, well, I'd say the boys in blue, but the boys in orange for tonight.
The boys on the winning side of the pitch. How about that, Gator? Wake up, everybody. We're not only into game 1, we've got the first point on the board, and look at that. We're looking for a second. Cam already moving his way up the field. We got a demo from Lunar on Alpha Kep, and Pete moving up the side, but they'll return with the aggression as well and keep Pete out of the gameplay. Lunar looking to drop on that ball. Cam with a second touch as well. But that offense will dissipate a bit. Cap trying to take the defense off guard with a flick nasty, but we're on top of it. In Circuitry, they're ready to still pounce on these plays.
Yeah, we're back up on offense. We've seen a couple of times now where the Knights have gone for these deep clears just to try to buy time for their teammates to pick up boost and to get back into rotation. In the first 2 minutes here, it looks like the aggression for Circuitry has paid off. We're getting the boost steals, we're cutting off rotations, and PK, they're still fighting at it, but they're not getting as clean of looks as I think that they're trying to set up.
Yeah, and that may come as they ease their way into this one, but Circuitry, they're not a team to ease into anything. They are going to continue to be hot and fresh out the kitchen, but they've got to keep this cooking away. The shot from Cap is sent a bit wide, and you're right to that point, Gator, that placement from PK just isn't there right now. Circuitry is going to hope that it continues to be that way. Cam with a calculated fake here as Peep is going to pick up the ball and try to send it midfield. That's a cut in for Lunar to try and 50 it, and center for Cam, but Cam gonna play defense instead, puts that away. Omar with the impending doom, but Lunar to cut in and turn away. A impending breakaway as well, but Omar in front of it as well. They're just teasing these extra goals. I'm ready for it to happen again.
I'd love to see the extension. It's Circuitry. We're pushing down so far. PK are able to, when they finally break through, sending it straight on target from the other end of the pitch, and we're getting back to get the saves, but it is creating that little bit of a flutter as we're going for the sprint. But Lunar, talking about a little bit of a flutter, throws off the defense, but unfortunate second touch. Alpha kept trying to take it out of their own corner, caught out by Cam. Omar there to make a play as well. PK still haven't found the back of the net. Circuitry defense is held strong so far. They'll have to hold for the next 2 minutes, ideally extend the lead, as PK are looking to claw their way back.
I think we need Circuitry to keep that mindset of extending the lead and staying aggressive and being ready to make these quick breakaway plays as well. Lunar wanted to do it, tries to find a flick, but Sosa's in front of it. Peep wants another try as Kep is taken out of the play. Omar's going to pop that ahead. They try and give their defense some time to reset, but Lunar plunged into the uppercut into the air and trying to land on it. There is Lunar. Kep revived, then ready to fight as Peep taken off the field. They're working to take advantage, but Cam sends away. Again, we're coming up on one final minute, and we're looking for Circuitry to set the tone for this series and get their first game win of the day.
We'd love to see it. We are heading back into defense off the PK offense. Sosa gets a bump. Lunar putting it up high. A quick attempt from Peep could not make contact, and Omar is going to tie this back up a couple of ticks past the minute mark, and just a situation devolving in front of the orange net. Unfortunately, PK coming away on the better end of the situation.
That's right. These are situations where Circuitry are going to look at and say, okay, here's somewhere to grow, because when the going gets rough and you have shots just pounding away and you have to send just one defender, so not everybody is out of it. Those are moments to get those communication a little more crisp, but trying to really make it crisp as they're moving down the field and trying to get that go-ahead goal to get the first game one win, but it's Sosa to send downfield. He's wiped away, so that shot simply from the grave as Cam upfield. I think he got a reset, maybe looking for the dunk on Kep, does find it. Peep now from the corner looking to pass in midfield. There's an open shot taken for Lunar, but Sosa turns away. They're just trying to survive as Circuitry continue to roll away shots. Lunar in front of it, sends to corner. Omar there for the quick challenge, but Peep on top of it, tries to send it to the mid, but Kep turns away again. 5 on the clock. Lunar can't pick it up. Cam just has to hit the ground, and it's up from the corner. A clear out the way, but Sosa expects it. The bump from Lunar, and Peep with a clear again. Can Kep turn this away? He can, and it hits the ground. We started out road, game 1 OT. We're gonna do it again with PK overtime.
And Pyro, you said earlier you want to see it again. You're expecting game 2 of the last series. Well, game 1 of round 2 is going to see similar overtime between these two squads. They're both fighting to get the win and to set up early. We'll see an attempted pinch coming out. There's a miss from Sosa. Should set up the Circuitry offense. Peep getting the pass out. Sosa the first one there. Trying to get it over to Omar. Caught out by Peep. Stymieing out that offense. Cam making a play onto the sidewall. Wants the pass. Gets the touch. Pass to the defense. But Lunar will not be able to get the angle. Circuitry setting up on offense. They want to end it quick. Unfortunately, haven't been able to fight their way past. The shot high will go off. This one onto the backboard as well. Pyro, this is getting tense.
Just a little bit, wiping off the sweat from my brow here as we continue trying to get this out of our way, but Sosa always gonna put that right off the ceiling to try and bounce it down as a waterfall, but it may come from the corner again for PK. Omar misses the touch though. A chance for Lunar and team to capitalize, but Circuitry can't. Lunar does pick up the clear though. They're really caught in this back third here, Gator. We're having a hard time getting out of here, and it comes to their doom as Omar throws down the shot. He pops it up just enough time to get it past Circuitry.
Yeah, that final touch, like I said, doing just enough to sneak past in the defense, and PK finding the angle. And they've unfortunate as now overtime has not quite been too kind to us so far tonight. But these are matches that we're coming in, we're fighting, we're hanging with them. When you're playing at this level, we're in RLCS closed quals. The smallest little breakdown, the smallest hiccup in rotation will be pounced on. Unfortunately, it happened in overtime here, PK ultimately taking the win.
Yeah, there are reasons why you can hear Gator and I get a little bit tense as those long possessions from PK start to accumulate and just whittle away at the defense for Circuitry. They've been caught in these positions, and as we said, that's a growth area for this team as they start coming up against the quickest that NA has to offer from some of these teams like Rogue, like PK. We've got to adapt. We've got to be ready for those moments, and there's more moments to try and do that. Game 2 is underway. Circuitry only lose by 1 goal. It's time to maybe put a win on that board and believe, folks. I hear it. We believe. Let's be electric and get this thing going game 2.
And it'll start off, unfortunately, again on defense, similar to how Game 2 had started in the previous series. And to your point in the interim, Pyro, we do so much better on offense than we do on defense. Not that we're bad on defense by any means. We'll have to make those adjustments as these series go, as the matches progress. And of course, set up on the offense quickly. Lunar trying to cut it out in the midfield. Omar with a back pass towards net. Luckily, for PK, Kep was there. Otherwise, that would have been an own goal to open things up. Keep cutting off Omar, looking for the drop down, and will not be able to get the pass over to the teammate. But neither will Sosa. Sosa getting caught out by Lunar. Still tied 0-0. We're about a minute in. This shot a little high. CG trying to get back onto the attack after getting pinned back on defense again.
That offense accumulating. Kep almost finds it on the backboard. Omar too. Counteract pass off the backboard is picked up by Peep. Peep trying to beat Alpha Kep to the ball. Maybe getting a dunk, a low 50 something. It will have the ball ramping up that corner. Cam in front of it. He likes to get quick on those aerials and challenge immediately. That was a growth moment for us, I really think, Gator, because that was a long offensive possession that we were able to turn away. More moments like that that display the resiliency that is becoming of this Circuitry team are going to keep us in these matches. Right now, more resiliency is needed. People moving from the backboard to clear that out, and Cam will send it away as well.
Yeah, a little bit of a hold your breath moment back on defense, but we do escape and we set back up on offense. I agree, it's showing signs of growth, showing signs of maturing in the game style for Circuitry Gaming. And again, looking to get back up on offense, looking to find the go-ahead goal as 2 minutes have ticked off here in game number 2. Challenge from Peep onto Kep will get pinched down out of the way. Peep beating the attacker to the ball as well to get sent back over to the PK half. Kep might have an opportunity out of the back wall, wants the dunk, gets the bump onto Omar. Will clear out over into the corner. Circuitry setting up on offense. They want it. They're hunting. They just got to get past the Knights defense.
Another try here. Cam almost doubling up from the backboard. Kep sends away from the corner, but Lunar down to Peep. Peep with the shot. It's a bullet. Sosa sends away, and Omar from the backboard now. And he'll get a pop as well. Tries to put it back in PK scoring opportunity. Sosa with a big pop as well. Peep finds it in the air. They're ready to read those plays in the skies. And Lunar, big send-off again. It's kind of like ping pong here, Gator. Big throws, big clears down the other end that are just resetting the defenses again. That first goal seeming to be so far away. Unless a moment shines here. Lunar upfield, flick past one, chance, but Sosa ready on top of it.
Yeah, neither team really sustaining these possessions or sustaining pressure against the opponents. And like you said, it's giving time for the defenses to get reset, to go for these midfield cuts. But once they get the cut, they're getting the touch and they're not keeping it close, which is leading to this 0-0 as we approach 90 seconds left in game 2. You usually see a bit of a dam break after the first goal happens. I'm curious if we're going to see that as we're time continuing to tick away. We're going back and forth across the pitch. Neither team able to get fully what they want. Lunar trying to get it to Peep. We'll get that demo in the moment as PK trying to set back up on their own offense.
Final minute, nothing on the board. The intensity is here. And Circuitry trying to be the ones that clutch up. Omar sends away. I mean, hey, you know, Gator, we're working with a PK team that's ready to do another long overtime as well. Or send the shots in. Unbelievable from Cam to get on top of that. How does that not go in?
Oh, that is the definition of a kerfuffle if I've seen one. And Cam scoops it up into an air dribble to bring it back onto offense. Lunar back deep into the third man position. Over to Cam. Looks to try to get the pass back. And they're trying to take advantage of the confusion but PK able to set up on defense, kept with possession, looking for the dribble cut out by Pete. Cam doinks it downfield. Rosa flipping back. Omar with the catch, ticking away towards 20 seconds left. Neither team again, it's getting banged downfield. These moments are coming through. They haven't finally put the exclamation point on as we're going to the final 10. Pyro, I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, Alpha Cam down the field. Sosa's ready for it, but Cam ready to cut in. And can this take us to overtime? Maybe, but Omar off of the ceiling could waterfall down. Lunar ready for the backboard defense. Kept to send back to Sosa, but it's behind him, and it's not gonna be enough. We're into overtime. Let's run it back. As I said, Gator, this is a PK team that ran 6, maybe plus minutes just with Susquehanna Sonics before this. They're ready for the long haul, but I have a feeling so is Circuitry.
We're looking to get that bounce back. We know how OTs have gone tonight, but let's flip the script. Let's change things up as we're forced back onto defense. Omar trying to get some chicanery around, and it'll get redirected back down and in. And Sosa credited with the game-winning goal in overtime. It's unfortunate, another heartbreaker in OT.
Heartbreakers all around. We're all trying to pick up the pieces, the shambles. It hurts, but it is good to know that Circuitry have came to play. What a brawl in game 2. There may not have been many goals, but there were enough shots to keep the action going. 5 on each side. The statistics don't lie. This match is about as close as it gets. It's what you expect as they met in Regional 1, the Open Qualifiers. It went to Game 5. Circuitry have what it takes to do that. It's just that finishing factor, Gator. That's what we need to get some of these opportunities to turn into scoring opportunities, scoring goals.
Right, just pushing through. We know we can do it, and holding so close to these teams throughout these matches as we've gone throughout the night so far. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep sticking with them. But like you said, just finding that clutch factor, finding that hidden gene to get the game winner in overtime. This may start speaking to some of the experience some of the other teams have had. We're new on the scene. These players, all 3 of them are looking to get that dub. And if we can hold on to the lead and break through on the offense, it'll go a little bit better. But unfortunately, PK with the early goal to start off game 3.
Credit is where credit is due. Alpha Kev knows he's got a 3rd man in rotation there, and Omar is not gonna let up with that ball sent so cleanly off of the backboard, plow driving it down. And that's what PK does well. This team has been in unison since I think the 2nd regional of the fall split. They've had a lot of moments to play at this high level and come out on top. Have had recent failures, but they have that experience. They have that track record, that resume to make the plays that keep them on top. They're looking to do that again. They start out on top, but Circuitry are ready to strike back. Again, a center here for Cam to try and pick up. Sent away by Omar Peep, I think the last defender, but saves enough time for Circuitry to stay alive.
Yeah, able to cut it out. Not just cut it, but get back on offense, at least for the moment. Force PK to grab some breath of their own. We'll have a challenge up in the air as well. Circuitry was still hunting to get back onto the scoreboard, back on that offensive end. But PK, I mean, they're coming out swinging here at the start of game 3. There's no doubt about that. They're looking to try to keep this in regulation. Still almost 4 minutes to go. Circuitry looking for that first goal to try to tie this up. And as we speak, look at that! Speak it into existence because we believe! And Peep, we believe in you finding the angle to put CG on the board.
Yeah, feel free to say that anytime throughout the rest of the match, Gator, because that appears to be what's needed. We've seen Peep absolutely crushing it in the skies, launching up for any opportunity. Typically, it's challenges, but that time around, it was a big old free goal, and that's what's been given. However, the offense mounting back up for PK, quickly set away. Peep looking to get in the action again. Lunar trying to pick up the center, but it's Cam instead to throw it off of the corner. Sosa and the PK defense look to be reset, ready to pounce on this, and that is going to be kept to clear, and it quickly stunts away the offense from Circuitry, but Cam's able to rile back. I'm looking for those longer possessions right now, Gator, from Circuitry, because it seems like those moments when we score are kind of those quick breakaways, those quick chances to score, but I'm looking for that continued offense kept. What a redirect to pick that up and throw it in the net after, I think, the demolition. PK with a great go-ahead goal.
Yeah, that one, kept just landing on the demo to open it up. Needed to get the redirect as well. To use your words from a little bit ago, credit where credit is due. That was solid awareness from Kep to land on that near side post and to quickly turn and get the doink back in to take the lead back for PK. Still 3 minutes to go. Circuitry, we're right back up on offense. Cam looking to try to get the play. Sosa challenges. Pete looking to get it past as well. PK defense had been able to set back up. They'll get that deep clear downfield.
I think the biggest thing we had for our side against Rogue was those surprise demolitions. We certainly started out this match with a lot of physicality. Cam trying to work at the defense, all of the defense of PK, get them all around. He'll opt for a demolition, though, on Kep to steal the ball, the pass out the backboard, but Circuitry's just not ready for it. Those demos, they can provide the opportunities, as I was trying to say, Gator, but we need the full team to be in action and throw in the goals as well.
Yeah, the rotations are 2.5 out of 3. For the most part, they're getting these opportunities set up, but finding that last touch to get the goal, to get past, like you said, not just on these quick transitions, but on these set up offensive possessions is going to be crucial going forward. We have 2 minutes to work with to try to get at least the equalizer back, or this is it for the series. Sosa, the shot saved by Lunar. He had to elevate up there quickly. We're getting the trips down on the offense. It's just that sustained pressure that hasn't quite been there. To your point, the demos, they're coming, but they haven't been as capitalized as we've seen earlier.
Time to make those capitalizations happen. Right now, they've got to get a big clear just like that from Peep and force Omar to make a stop and maybe stunt their transition, but they're still working at it. A pop from Sosa may put it in Cam's lane. Here's Lunar to sky up and take it off the backboard. Peep wants to finish, and it's off of the far post. So close for Circuitry. You can tell that they're hungry for this equalizer, but it comes just out of their lane. The midfield pass, Peep is ready. Lunar with the redirect. Could it be? Oh, it's off of the post. So close, and Circuitry still trying.
It's the littlest things, the redirect going down and hitting the post. On the previous possession, the third man getting bumped as they're rotating up into offense. And it's those small things that are keeping this at a 1-goal difference. As PK bring it on to offense, the deep boom from Cam. Lunar redirect as well. Sosa with the cutoff. Cam looking for Lunar, trying to get a pass. Lunar has the shot, and we're tied! 37 seconds, Circuitry find the net from the pass from Cam to Lunar.
Operation Feed Lunar. 1 redirect that's barely missed. 2 redirects that's just off the post. The third pass downfield is the sinker. Lunar's hot. Give him the ball, baby. It's equalized with 30 seconds remaining. This is the chance for Circuitry to get their names in the headlines, to make waves. And only time will tell if we get that chance. Lunar at it again, just barely misses the ball. There's Cam to pick it back up off of the ceiling. He's working it down the field and forces Omar to make a move off of the backboard. He'll follow up with an air dribble and taking that back down to the orange half. Very well done to stick behind the ball and force the 50. Kep ready for the shot. Cam in front. Up the wall we go. Lunar getting batted away by the wall, but Peep ready to pick up. 4 on the clock. Chance for Lunar to bring it back down. Off of the ceiling. Maybe a shot potential. Ah! Ground before Cam can pick it up. I guess we got OT again.
Pyro, when you sent me the script, I thought game 1 were the overtimes. I didn't think we were going all 3. Looking to get the monkey off our backs. Lunar's going to start that off with a deep touch. Omar trying to get it out of the corner, can't quite make it happen. Peep with the catch, looking to dish and dime. Omar with a quick turnaround, will send it back into the Circuitry half. Cam slowing it down, looking to get Kep to overcommit, but Kep's solid timing to get the challenge. Peep deep downfield. Omar in there will get bumped. It was a team play coming out from PK, an opportunity, but Kep able to recover. Peep demoed. A moment of breath for PK. Is it there? No, the shot saved by Omar. It's another opportunity arising. Peep flip reset, drops it, and it will go wide.
Still chances though as Lunar fires a shot. It's a bullet. And Circuitry, you know they were getting ready to be electric tonight. It's the 4th overtime of the night, and they finally get a win. Circuitry on the board.
We get the win, and Pyro, you were right. I need to shut up and we score. As we take it in overtime, we keep the series alive. And what a way to start off the overtime, to start off with the aggression, to pin the Knights back, and to finally get the team play to keep the series alive and keep us moving forward.
Oh, we're moving forward. We're putting the pedal to the metal, baby. And shouts out to Lunar. I mean, really, you have Cam with 3 assists and 2 of those to Lunar, the shot taker that's always ready to sink it, always ready to make the magic. The curse is over, folks. Send us back to overtime because we're ready now. Electric and Circuitry Gaming are here to fight. We've got game 4.
Game 4 against the Pittsburgh Knights. We have the momentum. We've been keeping it close, and we get that overtime win to extend the series. I'd love to see a game 5, and early on kept missing the shot. We're going to stay tied. Hopefully indication that they can see what's coming. They saw what happened in their previous series where they went to 5 into game 5 overtime. Who knows? It could be in the back of their mind. As game 4 starts off, they're on offense. They can't get anything going. Cam sends it the other way. Cam with the pass, but it will get sent deep. Lunar taking possession, trying to get in the rhythm in game 4.
Can't believe Sosa in that unbelievable play. It actually displayed the respect that he has for the Circuitry team. He was ready to see that flip reset pass off of the backboard and ready to immediately read it from the backboard. He knows what these Circuitry players can come up against. Cam, known to be one of those great 1v1 players and ready to set up those plays. Lunar sends it away to avoid PK, leading ahead at the very beginning in Circuitry. You can tell they're here to fight Cam! Redirecting like Lunar, and again we're on top.
And that is how you establish coming into a game. You're getting pounded, you're back on defense, and you send it full pitch and the redirect over the defense as they're scrambling back into position. Circuitry Gaming with the opening goal, looking to keep putting the pedal to the metal. Sosa will get the shot, redirected by Lunar. Lunar stepping it up. Sosa can't find the net. All 3 for Circuitry there will get the pinch downfield to force PK back into another scramble.
Nice work by Omar, forcing the 50, faking out the other. That was very quickly extinguishing the flames that were ready to rile up again for Circuitry. And that's what PK, I think, do really well, is establish control, right? They want to be the team, the top dogs that are the most experienced players. That's what they want to display their strengths as forcing the control in this game. But Circuitry, they're coming out with haymakers. Man, they're coming out with big surprises that kind of throw off this PK offense, especially those redirects. Lunar trying to get it. It's a little bit open, but Cam's not going to be able to pick it up. They still got a chance, though.
And I want to shout out, there was the respect for the redirect. That's why it was open, as the defender was was reading the redirect and not reading the ball. As PK is still fighting back, will get that touch onto the back while Lunar to the side. So is going to respect possession for the moment, slows it down, will put this far. Peepa's going to be very happy to send this down to the blue half of the field. Some boomer ball breaking out in the moment. Sosa with a redirect of their own. And apparently that's the ticket to score in game 4. It's just pinch it 3/4 of the pitch and then get the redirect at the last bit.
Alpha Cap? What a pass. A bomb downfield as well. Hey, I'm almost speechless. Pittsburgh Knights, what a play, and that is exactly how you throw the momentum back in your favor. Is throwing off the defenders by a bomb like that. Alpha Cap, got out the calculator, the protractor, everything to get such a clear there, but it only ties it up. Circuitry still trying to make their case to pull this series to a game 5. They're gonna definitely be helped by kept missing that shot and Pete forcing the 50 to send that ball up the wall. Omar downfield again, looking to get the dunk, especially as Lunar is taken out of the goalie lane, but Cam stays in front of it, forces that 50 and Pete moves their way up. Sosa and Omar, though, ready to counteract as they're in front of the ball again. Nice 50-50 from Sosa. Pull it to the midfield. Cam sends it up for Lunar, maybe Peep, either one of them. Peep down there, Lunar ready for a second try. Off of the crossbar. Peep sends it down. Sosa sends away, and Circuitry so close yet so far away.
Another opportunity that might not be too happy once they see the replay, but we're still tied. We have to keep playing and we have to keep pushing. Lunar catching it out in the mid. Another redirect from Cab. Everybody's going for him. Pete's going for the shot. Pete's going for the dunk. And we take the lead with 123 left.
Peep! Don't do them like that. They got families, man. The reset, the flip into the ball, the dunkaroo. Circuitry. Did you see the lightning before you heard the thunder? Because Peep's on another level.
Peep is clicking. 1:20 to go in game 4 to try to force a game 5. PK back on their heels, and the dunk from Cam will get brought out for the moment, but Cam coming through as well, collecting from the pinch from their teammate. To get it past one, kept collecting, looking to keep it cool, calm, and collected, but he couldn't quite get it past Peep. Sosa out of the back wall. Lunar drops it down mid as well. We'll finally get that deep clear from PK as they're looking to try to get upfield, but cut off in the mid by Circuitry.
And there's Lunar with the flip, almost in, but Omar reads it. You got some great defenders on this PK side, but are they good enough to transition for the shot that they need to cut out a game 5 in this series? This is where it went when we last came up against PK. It went to game 5 in Circuitry. They want to take them there again. Kept from the ceiling and Lunar for a shot, but Sosa's in the way a bit and pulling it ahead. Circuitry just got to outlast another 25.
25, and you know how to outlast it. Extend the lead. Lunar with the catch will take control of the ball. Peep was trying to come in with that shot as well. Lunar throws it on the brakes and says, hey, what do I got here? I'm going to take this where it belongs. Circuitry up 2 with 21 to go.
Every game, Lunar gets stronger. I feel bad for any other players that have to play up against him. He's got a demolition there. They've got to make a save here. Cam sends it away, and Sosa back on the ball. They try and keep that offense going, but look at Circuitry. They're the ones on top now. There's a new sheriff in town, and we got a little momentum riding into this game number 5. We've got to secure it first, and it'll be secured. Omar gets the goal as the clock hits 0. Folks, we got a PK goal, but we've also got a game 5.
You know what, at that point, that's just securing that clock hits 0. These two teams, we've been here before. It was a few weeks back, but of course, they remember it. The Circuitry boys, they remember it, and they know that they want another crack at this. They want the reverse sweep in this match, and we have the momentum. We're getting this pressure. We're getting the offense. We're forcing the Knights into these awkward positions. If we can continue to capitalize and continue to push, there is no reason we can't take game 5 and move back up to 1-1 on the day.
It is keeping up that caliber. I would also mention composure, because you look at PK, a team that just went to game 5 in a long overtime. They're ready for these tooth and nail barn burners, but Circuitry got to keep that composure in a new setting of these closed qualifiers. There's a way to do this, Gator, and everything can go right now. Game 5, folks. We are here, closed qualifiers, round 2, PK versus Circuitry, and a chance for Circuitry to get a win under their belt. And immediately Lunar towards the goal line. Beep! Score! Circuitry with a hot start.
They're keeping the momentum going. We're on Champions Field where it all comes down. And Circuitry strike first. Lunar finding Peep, getting the lead, forcing Knights back into defense and getting caught off guard. If they can keep this up, keep pushing, and force the cracks in the composure for Knights. They saw what happened in their first series. You know it's in the back of their minds at this point. They're fighting. Circuitry is fighting. A double commit coming up in the midfield. Unfortunate, but Peep beats Cam's shot. This one pinched out, but still forcing the Knights back into these positions. Lunar for the pass from Cam. Lunar trying to get the dunk saved by Kev, but the Knights, they're forced back so early. Circuitry starting so hot, Pyro.
Oh, hot as ever. It's like the electricity has caused some kind of... Oh my God, I thought Cam was bringing that down. Peep's on top of it. Look at this offense now. This is the first time that we're seeing Circuitry press forward again and again. This endurance that they're exhibiting on offense crashes and burns on defense. Kept going to find this goal. Look at the slow approach here from Sosa, just to put Circuitry in an awkward position and force the first goal for PK.
There's a reason when pitchers have been throwing heaters that they go for a changeup. Everyone's expecting that full speed play, and switching it up like that, obviously working well for PK. Circuitry, we're trying to get back onto the offense. We want the lead back. Cam denied by Sosa, as both teams struggling to break through as well. Circuitry doing well on the offensive half. Peep trying to get that follow-up touch cleared out by Kep. Might get the bounce over to Lunar. Lunar looking for the angle. Sosa already a savior medal. It's been a minute 20 as PK been back on the defense. The defense caught out a bit by the free play there. Circuitry are striking. They just need to find their target.
Another offensive play that I wanted to see keep going. We may actually see that happen as Peep up there trying to find Cam, but Lunar, that third man, ready to keep the offensive rotation going. Kept with a wild touch there to send it to Omar. Sosa also with a shot here off of the backboard. Kept for another, but it's into the corner once again. Circuitry trying to really get the position right here and cover so much ground, and always have a player on these challenges. That's what they've exceeded on so much so, is always having a player that's ready to launch up and get in front of the ball before PK can get that offensive play started. And hopefully they can continue to do that. It's off the wall. Sosa looking to pick up, misses, giving a chance for Peep to clear out. Is Cam ready for this one? Not quite, as Alpha Kept sends away, and we're back into midfield play.
Yeah, Lunar trying to make this offensive play as he gets the demo as well. The ball off of the back wall, but challenged quickly. A couple of the waterfalls not able to be redirected into a more useful spray. As we do see Peep still up on the offense, looking for the pass down to Lunar. Soft touch in front of the net, trying to catch Sosa off guard. Sosa will get the save. The ball hits the post. Lunar trying to cut, but this one goes a touch wide. Lunar's trying to catch the defense off guard. Circuitry are pushing. They're trying to starve out the defense, trying to force the Knights into a missed position, but they'll retreat into the midfield to try to set up another attack on offense.
What more is needed? We've had so much pressure here, and it's just come so close to amounting to that go-ahead goal again. I mean, there's still time, and PK, they seem very resilient and ready to break away and score again, but Circuitry, their transition onto defense is so ready to turn it back onto the blue half. The demolition on Omar, but Omar does find Alpha Kept to continue their offensive spread. Lunar all off of the wall. Sosa likes the space he's been given, but can't make it into anything as Omar pushes it off of the backboard again. Cam upfield as Kept can't get there quick enough. Lunar with a solid 50, but Kept ready to turn on it again. Coming up on 90 seconds now. Kept to the mid, and Cam to get space. What can he do with it? Omar in front, and we're back in the midsection. Could be anyone's ball game. Game 5 coming up on a minute left, and so crucial for either team to find this win.
Still holding on to that 1-1 as both teams, they're making these forays. They're trying to find their goals, and being the other goal, of course, and hoping, obviously, it's going to be Circuitry, and hoping it's coming from Peep as he gets stuck on the defense. Circuitry take the lead, 59 seconds left at Champions Field in Game 5. Peep on the aggression, cuts off the PK defense.
I'm trying to stay in my seat. I'm trying, but
I gave up.
We're on our feet, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are too. As Circuitry trying to find that win against PK. A minute remaining, and Lunar with a big clear. That's exactly what's needed. Those big clears to shave more seconds off the clock and hold on to that lead. Look as the Knights try to get physical on the back line here in Game 5. They think that physicality is going to be the way that they champion this effort and tie things back up. Maybe kept off the ceiling with a pop. Omar there for the shot, but Cam ready to save. Sosa on top of it again as this offensive pressure continues. Circuitry just got to hang on for a little longer as Omar skies it, and Lunar's there for the touch.
Final 20 seconds. PK, they're still putting the pressure on. The accuracy isn't there, but they're getting the follow-ups from the back wall. 15 seconds, the angle. No, Lunar denies. Puts it over to the side, looking to get room for the defense. Sosa gets the touch, trying to get that angle back on target. Lunar again with the save. The redirect on. The save from Cam. Less than 5 seconds. 3. It's played out in front of the net. They're clear to the side. We have one more touch. One last opportunity for PK. Will they get it? They go for the pass. It's denied as we take it in 5 over PK. We move to 1-1 on the night.
Circuitry Gaming doing the reverse sweep against Pittsburgh Knights. We lost game 1 overtime. We lost game 2 overtime, but we don't care. Battle back. Circuitry Gaming are 1-1 in the Swiss stage of the Winter Regional 2. Close qualifiers. What a run, and what a run it should continue to be. Gator, it feels like we just won the grand finals or something, but I think we have more to go still.
We have more to go, and I'm excited. I gotta ask, Pyro, I didn't want to say it earlier because you don't want to jinx stuff. It's 2022. When is the last time a Knight was relevant compared to Circuitry? We take the win, we move on, and we will be finding out who our next opponent is shortly. Pyro, this was a heck of a win. This is what the boys want, and this is the momentum we need going into round 3.
Yeah, gotta mention as well the last time that these two teams met, it went to game 5. PK won 5-0. So you think
I didn't want to say it, but
getting a little bit scared in game 5, but they weren't scared. They're ready to play. We got more coming your way, folks. Don't go anywhere. The Circuitry Gaming path continues to greatness. After this short break, we'll see you for round 3.
Combing your hair with your hand gives me feelings I don't understand. Combing your hair with your hand gives me feelings I don't understand. You do this thing when you're biting your lip. It's driving me crazy just looking at it. You know me better than I know myself. I don't wanna live in a world without you. You do this thing when I'm talking to you, like everything freezes and it's just us two. You do this thing when I'm talking to you, like everything freezes and it's just us two. You do this thing when you're biting your lip. It's driving me crazy just looking at it. You know me better than I know myself. I don't wanna live in a world without you. Give it to me like world without you. Driving me crazy just looking at it. World without you. Driving me crazy just looking at it. You do this thing when you bite me lip. World without you. Driving me crazy just looking at it. Driving me crazy just looking at it. You do this thing when you bite your lip. It's driving me crazy just looking at it. You know me better than I know myself. I don't wanna live in a world without you.
Try to let go of all of the nonsense that you put me through. I give it all to you. I do it all for you. Maybe this feeling's overdue. You're uninvited. You wanna hold me close, but I know what you up to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why are you hiding? Tell me, what must I do? Come to you, come to you. You're mine, mine, mine. It's right, right, right. It's right, right, right. Right now. Why
don't care who you are or who you want to be. I'll be here until the day that you leave me. When I'm with you, I know I'm safe beside your arms. I'll make sure that you won't ever feel lonely no more. Whatever past we have, the future we will see. I'll be here until the day that you leave me. What an irony. My mirror shows the other side of me. All these ones and zeros, nothing in between. But there's so much more to me than eyes can see. Than eyes can see. I'm not binary. My mirror shows the other side of me. All these ones and zeros, nothing in between. But there's so much more to me than eyes can see. Than eyes can see. I'm not binary.
that shows the other side of me. All these ones and zeros, nothing in between. But there's so much more to me than eyes can see. Than eyes can see. I'm not binary. Running away, and I'm running away from you. Running away, and I'm running away from you. From you. Running away, and I'm running away from you. Running away, and I'm running away from you. From you. I'm chasing, I'm climbing, I'm searching, I'm falling. It's worth every second for you. I'm chasing, I'm climbing, I'm searching, I'm falling. It's worth every second for you. I'm chasing, I'm climbing, I'm searching, I'm falling. It's worth every second for you. I'm chasing, I'm climbing, I'm searching, I'm falling. It's worth every second for you.
We'll be driving down the state, yeah. Looking around for the next crowd, yeah. Going our own way, trying to find a new route, yeah. We'll be going in circles, trying to find a way, searching for the things we do, yeah. Drop top without a choice, yeah. Hair blown round to the window, singing stupid noise with you. I just wanna get to know ya. I wanna go far to the coast, yeah. I wanna drive fast to the ocean. I wanna know all of you. Growing old like a ghost, yeah. I wanna have kids of my own, yeah. Living life till it's over. But until we do, it's sleeping too long. Yeah, I'm feeling a little crazy. Sat at home being lazy. Wanna travel till I'm 80, flying with you. Wanna take on the world and do something. Would you by my side like it's nothing? Wanna buy you things that you wanted. Wanna find you drop top without a choice, yeah. Hair blow around to the window, singing stupid noise with you. I just wanna get to know ya. I wanna go far to the coast, yeah. I wanna dive first to the ocean. I wanna know all of you. Growing up like a ghost, yeah. I wanna have kids of my own, yeah. And live a life till it's over. But until we do, it's sleeping too long. So no, it's sleeping so no. It's sleeping so no.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome back. We've got Circuitry Gaming here ready to continue their stride, their success story that is, well, made up of some ups and downs, to be fair. But we're so happy to bring it to you in a Regional 2 of the Winter Split. Gator, it's been a ride here to get a win and a loss under our belts. Why don't you recap for us?
Yep. So for anyone who hasn't or just joining us now, first welcome. But in round one, going against Rogue, very hard fought series, ultimately falling 3-0, unfortunately. But going against Pittsburgh Knights in a round two, games 1 and 2 dropped in overtime, but then came back to a reverse sweep and get some real hype going for us. And Pyro, that sets us up at 1-1, and we're facing Oxygen for our next match.
Yeah. Oxygen, just the team you want to play. The team that got sixth place, fifth to sixth place in the latest regional. The team that won out in Group D against Complexity, Envy, and Susquehanna Sonics. Not a problem, most likely. No, Oxygen, very stellar team. With the recent transfer of Gimmick from version 1, their team's only been boosted up to really vie for that top 8 spot. We talked about that a little bit with Rogue, but they didn't have the track record that now Oxygen do from Winter Regional 1. So this is obviously a competitor who is going to give us a run for our money. But if there's been anything that's been proven here tonight, it's that Circuitry Gaming are up for the challenge. They are resilient. That reverse sweep against PK, it gives us the ability to expect the unexpected. Circuitry Gaming, we are ready to get into this, Gator, and I'm ready for more surprises for Circuitry.
I mean, hopefully not a surprise, you know. But sure. No, absolutely. Resiliency is a great way to describe Circuitry Gaming tonight. It bouncing back after, getting swept in round 1 in close matches, but coming back and getting that reverse sweep in round 2. And going against Oxygen, they're just players on the pitch. The org name doesn't mean anything. We know we can take it to them, and kickoff underway in this round 3 matchup. Both teams 1-1. Oxygen versus Circuitry Gaming.
Let's go. We're midway through the night, but we are at the very beginning of this match. Circuitry Gaming and Oxygen out on it for game 1. Remember a couple of games ago against PK, we started out hot with a quick goal. For now, it's kind of team warming up to each other, which you like to see. Circuitry Gaming getting a chance to run amok in. We got a double demolition even, so momentary 2v2. Lunar's going to take advantage of the space given, get a little air dribble going, and maybe get a goal out of it too. We're starting off hot yet again.
You'll love to see it. Lunar going for that full arc across the pitch. A little bit of help from LJ. Not going to call it an own goal as he was coming back to try to get the clear. But Lunar doing everything needed to get that first strike to show Circuitry are still hot. We had that little bit of a break in between series, as happens in the Swiss format. But coming out hot, coming out striking. Look to establish that an even bigger lead as we're back up on offense quickly.
The thing I've been most impressed by Circuitry today is in a team that you wouldn't expect composure from, based on their experience, of course, in these RLCS close qualifiers. They are displaying that tonight. A few times can you see a team come out straight hot, at the very start, but Toasty is going to get a rebuttal very quickly. The breakaway coming off of that demolition finds Circuitry out of place.
Yeah, just a couple of trade-off demos that lead to that full-pitch play. That's what kind of happens. We've been playing this physical playstyle. It looks like Oxygen are trying to match that, or at least bring their own flavor of it onto the pitch. And you get a couple of demos, you have those brief windows between the respawns. It's going to lead to situations like that. Hopefully, we can keep it to a minimum on our end and force it to be an issue for Oxygen.
That's right, and if it does become an issue, we have that experience to fall back on after reverse sweeping PK. We may have to come from behind again here in game 1 as Toasty racking up the goals here. Cam just not able to hold on to it much with the clear, the goalie tied up, and the goal for Ox.
Toasty is the one credited with the goal. LJ did, again, credit where credit's due, an excellent tackle in the net to open up the opportunity for his teammate, but that's showing to what we're talking about. There's already physicality coming out very quickly between these two squads. Circuitry up on offense might have an angle here from Cam, a little bit of a soft roller. Gimmick will get the save. Toasty trying to set up into the transition. LJ taking a turn as well. bit of a, not necessarily a breakdown there on defense for Oxygen, but a couple of question marks as they were trying to figure out who sets up the clear. And they'll bring Circuitry Gaming right back up onto offense as they take advantage of the time.
Well, that drop down to Peep. Peep opts for the pass over to Lunar. It was almost a give and go, but Peep is walloped into the skies. We'll have to retreat on defense a little bit, set up reinforcements for the LJ Toasty counterattack. Can he get the hat trick right away? Not quite. The double tap's going to be sent a bit wide as it's cleared away. LJ looking to pick up, set mid for Toasty. Toasty with the pass to LJ. LJ trying to find it, but quickly cut in. I love what Circuitry have been doing with the quick cut-ins on defense. They see those lanes before they're able to capitalize on it, but Toasty, he will get the hattie. A quick 3-piece at the first half of this game.
And we talked a little bit earlier about adaptations from Circuitry Gaming, especially in that Pittsburgh Night series. What we've seen so far, it's very early into this. It's halfway through game 1. But a lot of these team plays coming out from Oxygen showing their history, showing that, you know, they had that new addition, but they're showing that additional level of experience. And Circuitry, they're starting to cut off the passing plays more and more. Still have given up 3 goals in half the game. But you saw it. Oxygen was doing very well at dicing up the defense quickly. It's not working necessarily as well, and Oxygen are starting to get some of those goalkeeper bumps involved in it as an extra little spice to throw in on their offensive pushes.
It almost feels like the main ingredient rather than just an extra spice. How many times have we seen Oxygen file in those players to knock out defenders on the goal line? They may be able to do it again, but Lunar able to shake up the play as Peep clears it out. It just feels like Circuitry were the ones to be on top with the physicality, but now they have certainly met their match, and they're trying to make this match equalized again. They'll gain a little bit of ground with this goal. Lunar with a great 50-50 that sets it up for Peep to cherry pick. We're on our way to maybe tie this thing up.
Lunar coming in on the challenge was almost the definition of an ego challenge because he saw the opportunity there, and the number of ways that challenge goes aren't necessarily all positive, all negative, but it's more of just a challenge, and he came through to say he could do it, and Pete coming through with a save to say, hey, not on me. As we're in the final 90 seconds of game 1, Cam getting the demo onto LJ as well. Circuitry trying to find that equalizer. They're bringing it deep down pitch. Lunar hunting for the demo, unable to find an opponent. Cam left alone in the air, gets it past Gimmick. This one will bounce up a little bit high. Pete can't get the angle. Time continuing to take away with the Oxygen lead. Circuitry are hunting.
They're hunting. They were caught a little bit too far out forward there as Cam had to slow things down. They may have set up a breakaway. Another chance here as Cam fouls in. Shot after the crossbar. Not going to be enough.
Ooh.
There's the follow from Cam. Also up. Peep with a try. Down to Lunar. Another to Cam. Cam corner. Gimmick sends away. And Circuitry, they know they need this extra goal. They've been so great on the aggressive side to pull forward this long offensive possession and get the shots. They've just got to sink it. Still half a minute left to do it.
And a lot of the defense has come down to Gimmick and showing, again, that experience and getting back into position and getting the defense set up. Toasty might get the fourth. No, will be denied by Cam. And beep, here comes Peep. But Gimmick gets the clear off to the side as well. They're styming out these offensive pushes. Circuitry were really pushing to try to get through, but haven't been able to do so yet. 10 seconds. Lunar, Peep both combining, trying to bring it upfield. Peep into the corner. LJ able to slow down. Lunar quick to challenge as well. Toasty will run amok a bit. Ball hits ground. We don't see it overtime in game 1, so a little bit off script. So Pyro, we got that a little bit wrong earlier. But Oxygen take game 1, another close back and forth game.
Yeah, back and forth, absolutely. It does feel like Oxygen are the one opponent to establish better control. We saw the mid-game there where we had 3 uncontested goals from Oxygen, all of them from Toasty. So, you know, you look at a player that maybe you want to guard up, it's him. But the other thing I think Gator for Circuitry is to avoid these goalie bumps. They're coming in hot, and every single chance that Gimmick and company get a chance to throw them out of their mix, they should be on top of that anyway because they try to throw them on their opponent as well. So a little bit of recognition that maybe they have a similar playbook here for the round 3 match in the Winter Regional close qualifiers. A chance for Circuitry to surge back here. Game 2 is on.
And you'd love to see it. And you are right. There are similar playstyles coming out in it, but overall, it's just game 1. Kept it close, looking to get this answer back in game 2 here at Forbidden Temple. We'll set up on offense quickly. We will see the defense trying to get this back out as well. LJ challenged by Lunar. LJ trying to follow through, but Cam picking up the save. We'll keep this tied with more offensive pressure coming in. Peep getting involved in picking up the save as well. Circuitry looking to try to get back upfield. Lunar wants the solo play. Cam demo deep in or towards the midfield. This might open it up an opportunity. And 3 saves already for Circuitry in the first 40 seconds. Ultimately couldn't get the final one as Gimmick finds the touch.
All right, so we need to defend more than Toasty's shots. It looks like Gimmick is allowed to score as well on Oxygen. This kind of really shuts down our strategy here, Gator, but we'll regain. It's all right as Circuitry here. The one thing I've been impressed by them, though they let up that goal, was the fact that they're able to get these near saves, these last second saves. Just when you think Circuitry have had their number, they're right back there to save it. So they're really a team you can never count out, especially having their reverse sweep. They're always in it, is the thing that their opponents need to recognize and be aware of. Though Gimmick getting some space here. Peep is in front of it, and more defense to continue for Circuitry.
Yeah, and it's still holding strong. Oxygen trying to set up on offense, a great clear downfield. Oxygen, one of the things they've been able to do as well is when CT are deep up on offense, we've seen it throughout the night. Circuitry like to send 2.5, if not 3 players. And so when it's getting stymied out, if they're able to get the saves, as Oxygen have been able to do so, not quite there. Yes. The Lunar will find the touch. Oxygen has been able to send it back, but again, it depends if they get the touch. Toasty doesn't.
Reminiscent of the PK series that we just did, where the only goals we were finding were these breakaway touches, but later on in the series they make a motion to hold on to those possessions, so we may see that growth here as Circuitry warm up to Oxygen. They're doing a little more than warming up, though. That's a great goal, and they're ready to fire away again. Am throwing off the backboard. He's got another clear here as Gimmick trying to foul it back to his teammate LJ, who's on top of it. May have gotten a reset, but it won't matter. Sent back to the corner. Cam trying to turn away. It's open right in front of the net. Toasty's there, and Toasty will finish. A 4th in the series for Toasty as Oxygen capitalized once again.
Yeah, double committed in the corner on defense for Circuitry. We saw in the first series against Rogue where we gave up one of the goals with 2 players positioned on that near side post. And a similar story there as we were rotating back through to get back into it. And Oxygen, again, able to capitalize. Toasty finding that final touch will put Oxygen up 2-1. Another shot coming in. Will find it. The woodwork has not been very pleasant to Circuitry so far tonight.
Yeah, Gimmick continually that thing that makes Oxygen very happy that they put him on their team. The shot placement there is perfection off of the left post, rolls right in. You gotta love the friendly roll. Well, if you're rooting for Oxygen right now, we need a Circuitry comeback, and they're ready to fight at it immediately. Lunar finding a couple touches to press it down and set up their team. Peep still there in the corner to send from the wall, but LJ staying behind that bomb, forcing 50, staying on top of it, and forcing the possession away. LJ is that player that is just so hard to get around, especially when you're in the corner, controls the ball so well. Gimmick with a flick in the midfield, and you know the shot taker's there. Peep able to counterattack, and the in and out save, so close, but Toasty finds it under.
Yeah, Oxygen really starting to seize these opportunities in the transition game. It's working their way past the Circuitry defense and Circuitry midfield. A lot of it has been on the back of Toasty and LJ. Gimmick doing well striking so far. But when you see Toasty or LJ with the ball, they're doing rather well to cut their way through to set up their offense. This one just a quick one off the kickoff. LJ putting Oxygen up 5-1.
Their 50-50s have been so impressive, and sometimes you don't need to force the 50. Gator, you can act like LJ, fake it out of them, take them way past the ball, and finish it like that. Smooth it goes down for Oxygen. Lead 5-1 here We talked about this, Gator. The fact that this truly is a team to argue for that top 8 spot, finishing so well, placing in that upper bracket for the last couple of days of the latest regional in the winter split. It's been very impressive what Oxygen have been able to do in this winter split. And, you know, now we get to see it live against Circuitry here. The response, though, like, what does it need to be, Gator? Because maybe it's some of those demolitions, that aggression, it's what's worked for us. But you see Oxygen come back again and again, and it is an abysmal lead now.
Oxygen, the things you said, what needs to change right now, Oxygen are picking their way through these gaps in the rotations, the gaps in the possession for Circuitry Gaming, and that's what's leading to the goal run up here. If we could look at it, we could say, you know, it's just one game at this point now, 7-1, and we're gonna let the goals run up, you know, maybe expend it for the rest of the series from Oxygen. But really what's coming is these 50-50s are working, and they're cutting and dicing and diving their way through.
I agree. I think the challenge game works a lot. I think you're right about finding the gaps in rotations. I think for the most part, Circuitry have done a good job of spacing out in the field and, you know, making sure their ranges are covered. But again and again, Oxygen, they're just too quick and they're consistent as well. Every single shot, every single try just seems to be right on the mark when you're facing up against a team that are working at their ceiling, at their potential. Boy, is it hard to face up against them. Here's Circuitry trying to find one for the road, though. Maybe in this last minute that is upcoming. It's back pass from LJ over to Gimmick. Sends it downfield. Peep ready to get a touch, but misses that. Cam has to pop up instead to try and defuse the impending offense again from Oxygen. LJ to try and get mid. Peep with the clear. Gimmick ready to keep that in the midfield, and Cam's going to take his time with this one.
It seems like both teams are a little bit more willing to let some time tick away and get on into game number 3. As another trip down into offense for Oxygen won't result in any goals. Lunar trying to go through and just bully his way in 4-1 for Circuitry Gaming. Is still hanging on to 7-1, 30 seconds left. You know, Pyro, the best players usually have the short memories. If you lose by 6 in a game, guess what? The only thing that matters is the game score in the series. We'll go down 2-0, but we've reverse swept to 4. We can do it again. It's just going to have to keep that level head and come back and be ready for game 3 and not let this shake you.
I think it's important to see that minute or so long stretch of the score line that stayed the same. This scoring range from Oxygen seems to have no ceiling for this game number 2, but soon it will die out. I think, like you said, short memory and Lunar might need to turn up to shake it off, because this is exactly the kind of game that you need to, you know, get behind you and move forward. Circuitry, we've seen them regain before, folks. The reverse sweep from Pittsburgh Knights was huge. They have resiliency. That's been the key term of the night. They've got the chance, Circuitry Gaming, and they have one last chance, basically, Gator, to make it happen again. A reverse sweep starting up in game 3. We are certainly going to need to adapt, change, and overcome.
This is where we like to be comfortable based on how these series have gone so far tonight. But I do agree with the adaptations being necessary. Oxygen getting a lot of time up on offense. They're able to pick apart and take advantage of the Circuitry defense. We've said throughout the night that we generally do better when we're up on the offensive half. So when Oxygen is turning that play style on us and forcing us to play defense for extended periods of time, it's generally going well for Oxygen compared to us. But like we said, that was just a couple of games. We have game 3. We have another 5 minutes to try to bring this series back into control with the kickoff, starting with the demo early from Lunar and some Circuitry offense.
Like to see this on the other end of the field for a little bit. Gimmick, immediately trying to get a shot. But you're right, the tone setter for this game 3. We gotta believe in Circuitry that they can do this again, despite the demolition, despite the game 2 scoreline, that they have a chance here to stay alive. They did it before. They can do it again. Oxygen, can he counterattack? Another nice save from Lunar, keeps him alive. The scoreboard remains goose eggs.
I think the big difference so far is that Oxygen are having these opportunities deep downfield. They're setting up the bumps that we saw be so successful for them, but this time they're not collecting on it. Circuitry is able to get the recovery. They're able to get back into positions and pick up a couple of clutch saves in the first minute. We're still tied 0-0, have not had the longest forays into offense, but after the pressure that Oxygen is bringing, we've adapted to it so far. We'll just need to continue to do so and work our way upfield.
Gimmick has worked that wall so well. This Rocket League game, it's so much about the predictions that you can make based on your opponent team and how you can position and be ready. We've seen Gimmick again and again work those walls, look like Spider-Man, always being ready to glide in for the challenge. And that's so hard. That's so difficult to play against because Circuitry, they can't just clear the ball. They've got to be passing it downfield to try and break Oxygen's ability to predict their gameplay. There's Toasty on the wall again to dump to LJ, maybe off the backboard for a chance for the shot, but Lunar able to take away, and Cam might have a free look here down the field. The first goal is in for Circuitry.
And a goal off the back of a demo in the midfield. Cam getting credit for the demo and getting credit for the goal, opening up the opportunity. And that's exactly what we need to see in this free ball midfield play, is hunting for one of the Oxygen players. They're maintaining their possession off the backs of their third man coming up from the midfield. If you can just take them out of the pitch entirely, that's going to open up opportunities. And when they're looking for their own opportunities, they're getting defended as well, as the Circuitry defense standing strong yet again.
We had some glimpses there at double commits, but they still had a player ready to attack and block away those impending shots. That was a situation in game 2 where Oxygen were sure to score, but we've seen a new leaf of Circuitry. LJ with space, reset maybe there. Lunar ready to get in front of it, saves it away again, and Toasty has to really launch up to keep this out of Circuitry's hands. We've reached that halfway mark. LJ with the midfield pass. Gimmick can't send it in either, and Circuitry still staying alive.
They're doing what they need to do, and I'd like to see them extend past that midfield again, as it's a little bit too close for my nerves, but holding strong in the moment. Lunar trying to take it out of the half on the wall. Toasty with the pre-jump will get a bit of a piece on it, but Lunar following through. Peep looking for the angle. It's a slow roller. Will it be? Cam comes in to secure the 2-goal lead for Circuitry, going full length of the pitch and ultimately scoring.
Threading the needle there on the goal line, but look who muscles up. It's Cam. And an Octane or a bulldozer, Gator, because that's what I'm talking about. Flex those muscles and make it happen. Oh, that thing from Lunar, the pop up, the crossbar, the finish from Peep. Circuitry are
Children, avert your eyes. Lunar, that was disgusting! As Peep coming through to collect as well. Lunar faking the defense out of their axles, and a quick few goals for Circuitry. We have the momentum. We're up 3, 2 minutes to go. I would love to see it continue. A couple of traded demos will ultimately lead to some offense from Circuitry. But LJ coming along the side is going to go for the fake. Musty gets the dunk as well. Can't quite maintain possession. Circuitry back on defense, but so far game 3, they've held so well in their own half. A marked improvement from the first 2 games.
Improvement nonetheless, and a resurgence, a comeback story. We remember in game 2 where off of the kickoff, LJ had that fake goal. Matt, now it's on Circuitry to do the same thing to them. Cam with a chance from the crossbar. Lunar wants to keep the pressure going and get some touches on the back line. This is a confident Circuitry right here. This is exactly the surge, the boost that they needed to see what we know Circuitry can do against anybody. We've done it already against PK. We can do it again against Oxygen, and we're showing that right now. We're getting in front of more shots there. Lunar sends away. Gimmick trying to get a little pinch action with that dominance. That's a good card to do it with, but we've got more clears, more shots, and more for Circuitry. We're electric now, baby.
What a way to cap it with Cam with the hat trick. LJ trying to get in the way. Wouldn't have gotten it. Cam will secure the goal. Again, people get credited with the assist with a 4-goal lead with less than minutes to go. We talked about it earlier in the night. Those start to come towards the end of games as you start to pull goalies, trying to get more aggressive and work your way downfield. But you know what? This is going to feel good for Circuitry Gaming. It's going to feel good for our players as they're building this momentum up. They're extending this lead. And in 30 seconds, assuming we hold, which I feel is a safe assumption, cast our curse, knock on wood, and we will be looking at one step closer to a potential reverse sweep.
Very close now. Just whittle out the clock here. Lunar up for the 50-50, forcing in those challenges, proving that Circuitry is that team to be just as quick, if not quicker, than this Oxygen team. They may find one here, though, down the field. It's what we call a garbage goal, one that Circuitry will be quick to forget, just as we've forgotten game 2. In fact, I don't even remember that game happening. All I know is that game 3 is a big W, and there are more to come.
I'm excited. So excited to see this pushback. Like you said, we saw it happen in round 2. No reason to believe it can't happen in round 3. Every team is beatable. Circuitry coming out and showing that you cannot look past anybody. It doesn't matter if you're up 2-0 in the series. The boys, the theme of the night has been resiliency, and they continue to show it, taking this win in game 3 to extend the series.
I gotta just point out, in the PK match, it was Lunar to send up those crazy redirects and find goal after goal. Is the assist machine tonight, the playmaker statistic there. 3 assists to 3 goals from Cam, 1 from Peep as well. Everybody's filing in to make it happen for Circuitry. They were able to immediately get those counterattacks at the start of game 3. They're ready to do it again. Folks, we don't remember what happened in game 2, but we sure remember what happened in the last match, the reverse sweep against Pittsburgh Knights. We're ready to do it again against Oxygen. Let's go. Game 4 is underway.
And up for the kickoff. Circuitry looking to continue that momentum. We'll start it with some offense. Pete putting it onto the back wall. Campbell going for the pre-flip to try to score early and to try to continue the narrative that we saw after game 3. Force that bit of doubt into Oxygen's mind, and they're doing it well so far. Toasty trying to get past, will be challenged by Cam. Gimmick keeping it low. Lunar says too slow, looking for the play off the sidewall as well. We get the back pass over to Pete. Pete keeps it low. Gimmick can't get the touch. Toasty can. And so far, Oxygen's been pinned back deep, and I'm liking the start for Circuitry.
Yeah, they're the ones to be forced to make these quick plays on the back line. I don't really know how they predicted that bounce shot that came in real hot, but impressive nonetheless. That defense is the same defense that has played with the upper echelon in the last regional and seen success, so it's not a surprise to see them do it again here, but it sure is great to see Circuitry attack. Cam with space, looking to do some damage. Gets a good 50-50 for Lunar to pick up from the ceiling again. Pete just not gonna be quick enough on the rotation. Instead, it's a bullet to the goal line. Sent away a little outside the post. Toasty to make it try and happen again, but look at the demolition. Even Lunar with the flip from the backboard. Oh, scuffs it up a little bit there and can't get the back pass off. It's Oxygen to attack again.
And they're setting back up on offense. Circuitry, they're doing well to try to move it up in the midfield. Couldn't quite get the final couple touches. They'll have to hold back on defense as well. Cam picking up the save. Trying to send it out. Peep will be challenged out quickly. Waterfall down on the back wall. Sending back to the other Circuitry corner. Both teams having taken a couple of trades, being pinned back on defense as we remain scoreless nearly 2 minutes into game number 4. Circuitry hunting quite a bit. I'd say a little more aggressive when they've had their possessions deep downfield than Oxygen have. But still tied. It's anyone's game so far.
It is. That is admittedly the best part about Game 4 right now, is that it's anyone's game. Scoreless? I will take scoreless in game number 4. Anything to prove to anyone who's doubting Circuitry that Game 3 was no fluke. I guarantee you Oxygen was ready to shake that one off and finish it in 4 real quick, real strong, just like Game 2. Sorry, ain't gonna happen. Circuitry are back at it. Zeros across the board. More offense right now for Circuitry, and more damage to be done. There's a shot. Oh, and it's collapsed upon by the defenders of Oxygen, but we're here for more from Circuitry. Gimmick with the clear. Cam is ready. Has boost for maybe another touch from the wall, but can't count it. LJ's shot is turned away by Peep, and Cam ready to get a piece of it, but it's LJ instead. Circuitry caught on their back half and need to make their way out once again.
Circuitry have done better in these transitions at getting that, not just getting the save, but getting it off it over to the corner. It's up to it on defense, will be collected by Gimmick. And the first goal of game 4 goes the way of Oxygen. LJ trying to get that double touch. Inadvertent fake, maybe. Both Peep and Cam backflipping, trying to get in the way. Gimmick coming their way through.
You know that beanbag race or whatever, or the three-legged race where two people are caught in the same. Anyways, the two defenders caught up in the same motions there. It's really hard to just send one and have the other for the follow from Gimmick. That was a very precarious situation from Circuitry, but we saw the offense in the last game, the chances to score. We just need more of those opportunities. Lunar wants to set that up now. Wants to get the dunk on LJ. Won't happen. LJ instead with an incredible air dribble, being able to stay behind the ball like that and force another attack. Very impressive. Lunar with another chance. Toasty to smack on down. Cam looking to send it towards the wall and then pick up a 50-50, maybe any kind of challenge, but it's Peep instead using the reserves to send to the corner. And maybe another chance here. It's brought back by Cam. Oh, Lunar kind of creeping, waiting for that ball to come in the box, but it's not there, and it's sent away by LJ. Again, this midfield scramble, Gator, has me having a hard time telling who's got the advantage.
Yeah, we're starting to see Oxygen make the adaptation similar to the we did in Game 3 and start stifling these offensive possessions and the offensive touches a little bit earlier, challenging the first rather than the most dangerous touch, and that has kept us at that 1-0 mark, 50 seconds left. Still time for Circuitry to get downfield to tie this up, maybe force potential Game 5. We got 45 seconds to do it.
It's got to be now or never. We need to find something or else we're down 1 and 2. This is the moment. Lunar upfield gets another touch. That's to the mid lane. Is anybody there for the shot? Not quite. LJ has the clear, but Cam's ready to pick up. Peep not there in the midfield quicker than Gimmick. Gimmick instead sends it towards the net. He'll backflip again and stay on that ball. What car control to stay up on the wall for that. LJ looking for another double. He'll send it down off the crossbar. Cam ready for it as ever, was sitting on the goal line, ready to pounce on it. Gimmick for a shot. Peep gonna send away. Need a breakaway effort here as Peep slowly trouncing his way to the ball. Needs to make a 50-50. It's off of the backboard. Oxygen pouncing here. LJ, shot saved. They gotta keep it up from the wall. There's Gimmick from the back wall. Lunar stays above it and Peep to send to the sideline. Cam is almost there, but Oxygen take the win by simply 1 goal. That is the conclusion between Circuitry and Oxygen. It ends in Game 4, a nail biter.
Is close. Half of ball width back, and it would have been on Cam's hood. Cam, the 1v1 legend, and who knows what would have happened. But alas, that is how the series ends in another absolute barn burner, or not even a barn burner, because it was 1 goal, but it's such a close matchup between these two teams. Circuitry continuing to come through and fight. We talked about it before the series starts. Oxygen, they're a solid team. They're trying to establish that top 8. And Circuitry coming, the young faces on the block, and still putting up these fights and getting these so close, and getting these established teams pinned back and keeping them on their toes. Ultimately, we're still sitting at 1 and 2, but gotta be feeling good going into round 4.
Yeah, 1 loss away from defeat here tonight, folks, but we've already caught dubs by making statements now against teams like Oxygen, Rogue, Pittsburgh Knights. God, they're throwing everything at us, but we're still showing that there's a glimmer of hope left. Stay on that hope train. Stay on the regain for Circuitry. We're going to be electric and be right back again for round 4. Don't miss a beat. We'll be right back.
Broke all the cages, no, I won't sit and take it. No, no. They left me for dead, I guess I'll never learn.
to give me your loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Cause to give me your loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on
Think about the times you let me go, falling through the cracks, emotional. I struggle to see what your reasons are. Sitting in your balance, silence breaks my heart. Turn the key, used to be our getaway car. Now I only wanna get away from where we are. Gotta find my way to you, even though you're next to me. No matter what I do, your heart is drifting out of reach. Out on the water, I'm swimming harder, trying to keep this alive. Gotta find my way to you. Think about the times you let me go, falling through the cracks, emotional. I struggle to see what your reasons are. Sitting in your balance, silence breaks my heart. Turn the key, used to be our getaway car. Now I only wanna get away from where we are. Get away from where we are. Gotta find my way to you, even though you're next to me. No matter what I do, your heart is drifting out of reach. Out on the water, I'm swimming harder, trying to keep this alive. Gotta find my way to you.
But we got sticks for real. We looking out for the opposition, we don't do this for mass appeal. Don't make me blast it still. I put in work, no fly in the mirror. They want me to lose, but I can't. Mama shot like 1,000.
Gotta find my way to you, no matter what I do. Gotta find my way to you, your heart is drifting out of reach. Gotta find my way to you, no matter what I do. Gotta find my way to you, even though you're next to me. Gotta find my way to you, no matter what I do. Gotta find my way to you, your heart is drifting out of reach. Gotta find my way to you, no matter what I do. Gotta find my way to you, now that our love has capsized. Has capsized. Gotta find my way to you. find my way to you. No matter what I do, gotta find my way to you. Your heart is drifting out of reach. Gotta find my way to you. No matter what I do, gotta find my way to you. Even though you're next to me, gotta find my way to you. No matter what I do, gotta find my way to you. Your heart is drifting out of reach. Gotta find my way to you. No matter what I do, gotta find my way to you. Even though you're next to me, gotta find my way to you. No matter what I do, gotta find my way to you. Your heart is drifting out of reach. Gotta find my way to you. No matter what I do, gotta find my way to you. Now that our love has capsized, has capsized. Gotta find my way to you. Has capsized. Gotta find my way to you.
Been trying to change what I've been trying to say. Words don't come straight from my head to my mouth. It's such a shame that it fell out of place. Was never wanna see you. I don't wanna hear you tonight. I don't wanna fight you. You don't wanna know if I feel alright. I don't wanna just forgive you, I just wanna be fine. I'll be waiting for a sign to light up, yeah. And your heart is out of sight. I just wanna feel mine. Hey you, I'm gonna be the one for another one. Hey you, maybe then you'll know that I was never one. I don't wanna see you, I don't wanna fear you tonight. You don't wanna know me, you just wanna make sure you're right. I'm gonna be the one for another one. Maybe then you'll know that I was never one. I'm gonna be the one for another one. I don't wanna feel you tonight. Got me. Got me. Can I feel you? Got me. Got me. Can I feel you? I don't wanna call you. I don't wanna know what you think. I'm the one you go to whenever you feel like you're about to sink. I don't wanna just forget you, but I wanna be fine. I'll be waiting for a sign to light up, yeah. And your heart is out of sight. I just wanna feel mine. Hey you, I could become the one for another one. Hey you, maybe then you'll know that I was never one. I'm gonna be the one for another one. Maybe then you'll know that I was never one. I'm gonna be the one for another one. I don't wanna fear you tonight. Got me. Got me. Yeah, my got me, got me. Can I hear you? Got me. I don't wanna see you. I don't wanna hear you tonight. I don't wanna fight you. You don't wanna know if I feel alright.
Stay in the house. Lock the door.
Well, if we aren't back in action here with Circuitry Gaming's road to potentially the main event of the Winter Regional 2, my name is Pyro Jam, joined here with Gator. It's been a been quite the road, Gator, to get to this position here. We're 1-2 in the close quals. We get another L, and we're out of here, but we get a dub. Got a chance to make history. Who are we up against? What's the deal?
So we're against NXT Esports, a couple of friends over on the other broadcast who are chatting a little bit off stream. So a little bit of Twitter beef going on right now. You'll love, not full beef, maybe we're like a hamburger patty, but still getting involved. But NXT, they're also sitting at 1-2, dropping their matches to Shopify Rebellion and the Sonics, but taking out Charlotte Phoenix as well. They're coming off a loss, just as we are, into this round 4 matchup.
Yeah, close losses as well. I think both teams have really submitted their track record as a sturdy competitor that's worthy of this scene. We've seen many worthy competitors already being knocked out. Vibrance, who, thanks all who came our way to root on Circuitry here. We will make you guys prouder. We will do our best against NXT Esports, a team, formerly devious, who have seen the main event in the first regional of the fall split. So looking to do that again, but we're looking to carve that narrative a bit differently. Maybe our first appearance in the close quals can be a main event appearance as well.
Exactly. They're going to be riding off it. They've been in this situation before. BU, Nitrous, and Skills over on the other side of the pitch. But, I mean, they made their punch through again. Why not us? We're coming into this matchup with the same record, coming in similar circumstances. It's win or go home at this point. Any of these teams sitting at 1-2, given the Swiss bracket, have to win 2 in a row to make it to the main event. But that's other matches down the line to worry about. The only thing we can worry about now is this series against NXT.
That's it. One match after the other. It's just the opponent and the finish line between us. That's it. And Circuitry, they've had a road. The term we've coined tonight is resiliency. In our greatest win against PK, it was the reverse sweep. We've even seen a win against Oxygen. Arguably, I mean, they made top 6 last regional in game 3 after being beat out by a surplus of goals. So we've shown resiliency, and we have a chance to do that again against NXT. This is game number 1 of round 4, the Winter Regional 2 close qualifiers. And will we get off started with a goal? Yes, we will. Beep, beep, we got beat.
And that is how to start it. We've used the terms before. How do you want to start the game? Well, you want to come out and swing. You want to get a goal. Yes, it did it! Peep starts us off right. 1-0 early lead over NXT in game 1. That's how you start off strong after the bits of breaks that we get in between these series.
Indeed, the tone setter is so good. Such a good feeling. I mean, you remember our first match against Rogue. We didn't find that first goal, I think, till game 2, but that's what got us started. That's what really ignited the engines to make something work. Us getting that first goal immediately could be big for getting that momentum the right way. Cam already trying to get those midfield redirects that have worked so well, especially for Lunar, but Cam, taking a little page out of the handbook, trying to send it downfield. Even Peep to make work. Has space actually moving downfield. Takes a shot. Lunar there for the follow. Doing some bump. Flip on the goal line. Oh my goodness. There's a crash on the goal line, and it finally is sent away. Again, the defense. NXT impressive as ever.
Yeah, they escaped with one there. There's no doubt about it. The Circuitry, we're looking to set up that offense that has worked relatively well for us so far. NXT getting a taste of that early. We'll keep it to that 1-0 as they look to try to get that equalizer. Peep with great timing on the challenge. Trying to send this one towards target as well. BU up early. Nitrous will grab that boost and trying to open it up for Skills, but the quick demo from Cam will allow Lunar to come in and double commit on defense. We've seen a couple of times from NXT already. We'll see if Circuitry can take advantage of these little bit of rotational miscues.
Yeah, I feel like it was a lot of talk about our vulnerabilities in the game against Oxygen. Our ability to beat Demon on our own goal line came about quite a bit, but this time around, we get to talk about NXT's vulnerabilities. You're right, those double commits, those inconsistencies in the rotations could open up channels, lanes for Circuitry to work through, and that's just how circuits work, baby, through those lanes. through those channels, give us those extra chances. And we've got one right here. Cam with a shot on target. BU there to send it away. Lunar just couldn't get that bump, and it's taken back down the field. Cam to recollect.
Cam will be challenged immediately by BU as well. So after that first goal, it stabilized a little bit. Both teams getting some extended possessions, but not necessarily what they've been going for. NXT getting a couple of opportunities over the mid as well. They have not been able to find anything. In and out from Skills will get the initial save. BU has to wrap around to get the second. Just past halftime, still 1-0. Circuitry attacking. NXT able to get the saves.
Cam actually trying to catch BU off guard there with the touch off of the wall, taking a page out of the handbook of Oxygen, who had that wall play those predictions off perfectly. Nitro's back up the field, but Lunar has a catch on the corner. Skills to send down, but it's straight into Cam's possession, who's demoed off the field. Look at Peep hiding in the goal line, trying to avoid the demolition. Doesn't matter because Lunar's got a piece of it there. Peep with a great dunk, that's off the backboard. There's Nitrous with a pop-up and saves the impending shot from Circuitry. Off the wall again, and Peep, the lone defender, has to counteract. Skills here, gets one touch, maybe two, misses it from the backboard. Cam with the 50 to defuse, but still NXT firing away.
They're trying to get that final touch, and they're looking for these the wiggle room between each other. NXT and Circuitry were each other's warm-up scrim partners before the events of tonight, so it's not totally out of nowhere that they would have an inclination for what their opponents are doing, and hence why it would be locked up since that initial kickoff goal. Circuitry, they're back up on offense. NXT sending it deep. Can't try to come up. No, he's going to hold off. BU with the doink redirect. Deep elevating to try to get this out. Circuitry looking to work their way back out of their own half.
Feels a lot like the last Oxygen game where Circuitry were down one and only lost by one. They've learned from that and say, oh, you can just win by scoring one goal. Hey, let's try that. Maybe two. Cam with a shot that goes wide and high. Peep trying to collect and stay in the fray, but missing the touch there. Slowing down NXT on their breakaway, though. Flicking it past his Nitrous. Skills has a touch there as well. Peep tries to keep it out of NXT's possession, and Peep on it again. Finding Lunar down the field, this could be a breakaway. Lunar almost gets a touch over Skills. Peep trying to turn into this, but BU there first with a flick. Finds it past two. Into the corner. Lunar doesn't find the touch. BU with a shot. That's going to be an equalizer found for NXT. They're here to play as well.
Yeah, BU doing a lot of work to set that up. It took it sole ownership of the ball from his own back half, utilizing every flip trick in the book to get that goal. It's going to tie us up with 29 seconds left. Circuitry looking to set that offense up with the demo, the Spanish kickoff. Skills trying to find it, but Nitrous could not get the bump on the goalie. Skills will onto Cam, but people do well to get the ball out of their half. Pop up by BU. Lunar wants to follow through. We'll continue this down into the blue half. Skills taking an opportunity. Peep up to meet. Skills drops it low, sent immediately back. Cam with possession of the ball, has some room to work with, wants the double touch, but BU snuffs it out. Gonna pop up over into the mid, the ball still alive. Clock hits 0, the mid-air demo. BU with the ball will hit the ground. Pyro, we are right back to a game one overtime.
We know overtime's quite well the fifth one of the day, and we expected this match to be close as well. There's no more convincing needed. Overtime with just one goal apiece between teams. We are here. Next goal gets the tone setter of the series. Lunar beaten by Nitrous into the corner. The 50-50 sends it to the back wall, but Lunar now has a touch looking for the flick to set up a possession. Here's a chance for the shot. Now Cam's filing in. The shot on target. Nitrous sends away again, and you've seen NXT come back at those again and again. Off of the post. Anyone to shoot? Not quite. And Skills finds a lane out of it.
Skills gets a lane out, but it's going to redirect right back into some more Circuitry offense as they're trying to scramble for this defensive clearance. Finally able to get one. Peep trying to set up possession, demoed by Skills. BU will be challenged immediately. Circuitry on their back wall, looking to get these couple of follow-up touches. Skills with them. Demo out of Peep. Nitrous with the redirect, saved by Cam, gets the savior medal and keeps us alive a minute into overtime. Lunar tried to keep it slow, but BU with the savior as well. Shot coming in from Peep, and Lunar with the redirect, and what a goal to take game one in overtime.
My breath is taken away. We have to see a replay. Oh my God! Lunar, unreal. That's why his name relates to that of the universe, because it's incomprehensible. The angles, the plays that he's able to come up with. Lunar is in overtime, and we've got a first win for Circuitry. Hey, Gator, what was that?
I don't even know. I'm gonna be real. You can see the shock on my face. Lunar finding an unbelievable touch to redirect that into the post and get that follow-up bounce to take game 1 in overtime. And my goodness, what a way to take it to, just slipping it in past the defense. Pyro, we talked about this being a good series. If this is what the game winners take, if this is what's required, my golly, are we in for a series.
Oh, we are as ever. Good overtime. We've had our struggles at the beginning of this day with OTs, but eventually found a couple, or at least one against PK, and now we're ready to champion them. When the going gets rough, it is Circuitry to rise up. And they're looking to do it again. We had a hot start in game 1 with a quick goal. 5 seconds in, we're looking to do it again. Can we send this out to the blue lane? Cam up for it. Sets a pass up for Lunar, who just can't sky high enough. They're getting a little muscly, a little physical on that back line. That's been one thing really, Gator, that's shown out, I think, for both teams. They're not afraid to get a little bit touchy.
Yeah, they're going for him. They're hunting. We're not quite connecting with them, I think, as much as we would like to see. Part of that has to do from the timing and a little bit awkward timing here, but Peep, my goodness, man, what are you doing? Getting a save like that. Another shot from BU. Lunar picking up the save as well. A quick angle from Nitrous. No, BU, however, third time's the charm for NXT. They'll get the opening goal in game 2.
Competition of how long can I keep this ball on the goal line without it going in. We'll have to contact our resident statistician of RLCS, D-Rec, to see what the stats are on that. But Circuitry trying to break records here, just not quite the records we're looking at. We need points on the board. We'll be going for that again, but it is skills to bring it out. Yeah, the physical play has been huge here, and I love what Lunar, I'll add to this, the redirects from Lunar have really shown its right face again and again, especially against that series against PK in the midfield. Redirect after redirect, he did it there on the goal line, though. They're finally landing, and we need more to land. Lunar, what in the world? Another save? Oh, the touch is there from Cam. It's just not enough. NXT, they're here to fight.
Yeah, they're getting these follow-ups. They're getting these shots on. And really, solid positioning there. Solid recovery alongside that post to be able to turn around quick, get that final touch. And a couple of quick goals for NXT in game number 2. Circuitry will be looking to fight back from that 2-0 deficit, but we said it earlier, resiliency is part of tonight. It's part of the series. Resistance is literally part of circuits. So let's see if we can continue to push this in game 2. Look to get out of the hole, but with a shot from Skills to go up 3-0. NXT are starting to pull away.
A little bit, a lot of time on the clock, but boy, what a clear out the Skills in the mid. It takes that predictive ability to get up at the right time, and just had the better of the challenge. A 3-0 early lead for NXT. I like what you said, though, Gator. Resistance is part of the equation for Circuitry. They say the most pressure makes diamonds. Will it do that here for Circuitry? Can they regain here for game 2 already? Peep, a close call there on the goal line, but BU is taken out of the equation here. Of course, they're going to try and send it back to try and regain here, but Cam surging up, launching, looking for the ball, looking for a piece, looking to get something going for Circuitry. It's going to be Pete now to advance farther. Gets a 50 on Skills and BU. A chance to make this theirs, but Lunar just can't find that touch. That might have been it. However, Lunar back at it. A pass to Cam. On target, but sent away again by BU. Circuitry trying to pull some fast ones. Just couldn't get it through.
Trying to go for it. Go back to your point, Pyro. Pressure makes diamonds. I'm hoping more for pressure makes SSLs in Rocket League parlance. But they are starting to work their way up. They'll have to dig out of that 3-goal deficit. With only about half of the game to go. Skills is gonna have a free one to make it 4. NXT, they're pulling away that little bit more and more as this offensive nature of Circuitry starting to not work out as well in this game. It's still only one game, but NXT are taking advantage of it.
Yeah, I think Peep got caught up there a little in the midfield. That third man's gotta be back, but when you're stumbling around the center, it's not gonna be easy to regain there. So, you're right, Gator, that Circuitry, they show their best abilities when they're pressing away at offense and they send all 3. However, of course, that does leave opportunities like this. Don't forget, We've had a game 2 like this before, and hold on, Cam actually with a chance. Oh, reads the double nicely. Circuitry, they're not going to let him run away that easily. One on the board.
Oh, for sure. It's much easier to come back from 3 in 2 minutes than to come back from 4. And Cam doing well to put one on the board for Circuitry. It could be the start of comeback here in game number 2. Get some motivation or get some rebound under their belts. Cam going to do a little bit of that here, trying to follow through. Will continue to be a thorn in Nitrous' side, trying to chase down as well. Deep with a great challenge. BU catch. Lunar up on the attack. Will get a 50 out of the back wall. Cam going for the cross. CG looking to get out of their own back half. Not allow NXT to set up shop, and a great clear will start setting that up.
Maybe something. Gotta have someone along the sideline here. It's gonna be Cam to press forward into the mid. Pete for a shot that's gonna go a little bit high. Lunar looking for the follow. Cam waiting patiently. The shot from Pete. That was just gonna be a little too high. That was a really good chance for Circuitry, but they're gonna make more opportunities. Cam from the backboard, but we got 3 defenders. NXT ready to eat that up. Lunar still with a flip, I think. No, at least he has a 50-50 in the center field. A minute left, a 3-goal deficit, and Circuitry trying to regain maybe just a little bit of reputation. They don't want this game 2 looking like our game 2 against Oxygen.
Yeah, we're looking for at least a couple more goals on here. Like I said, to build up that momentum and try to flip the script a little bit to show that we're still fighting, still trying to get these attempts on target. Cam will pick up a save, takes to the air, looking to get the follow-up touch into the corner. Nitrous will get in the way. Try to get that follow-up touch as well. The pinch is all the way back on the orange back wall. Not quite calculated. Skills will try to get the follow-up touch. Stymied out by Lunar, still sitting at 4-1. Looking to try to get, like I said, another one on. Looking more and more that we'll be going to 1-1 on the series.
Yeah. I think what I'll say about this is the latter half of this game has looked a lot better than the first half. Too many goals given up, not too strong on the defensive end, a little too hard pressed, trying to make moves on the offensive side. But they've been able to more so hold NXT, and that's going to be so vital. It's that, and honestly, the shot-taking Gator. We've seen opportunities in this latter half. It's just finishing our shots, a little sharpening on the defense, a little more precision on the shot taking, and Circuitry, they're still in this. The series only tied at 1-1.
Yeah, and that was the lowest shot total of any game that we've seen out of Circuitry so far tonight. And you're right, finding the better touches and the better angles are what we need to do. But still, it's 1-1. An off game. We can rebound and take this in game number 3. We're absolutely in this matchup. There's no reason to think that this is anything more than just a quick one-off in a series that we very much expect to be back and forth between these two squads.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you look at game 1, that was very back and forth. You look at game 2, a little bit lopsided. And part of that is due to the shots like you mentioned. I think it's 13-3. On their shots, obviously the advantage to NXT, and it's not only stifling NXT, but getting some possessions for us too. We've had kind of these loops of the night where Circuitry not able to hold on to a lengthy possession. It's more so turned away immediately, and the clears just regain control against their opponents. Like tonight with NXT in game 2, it really has to be about maintaining those possessions and not relying on the breakaways. Adding some shots to our counter as well. We'll try to do that here in game 3, series tied 1-1. The loser of this match is knocked out. The winner goes to round 5 to try and make main event. Here we go, a tiebreaker game for us. Pete Flick, there it is again. I'm getting game 1 flashback. Circuitry back in the lead.
And that's the way to start it, to use the parlance that we've used a few times tonight. Circuitry coming out quick, just a solid little pop-up from Pete to put us up 1-0. And a great start to game number 3, immediately breaking that deluge of offense that we saw from NXT in game 2. Switching up the momentum, maybe another one, but the post a little bit not on our side again, as this one will be sent off to the side. Quick turn in the mid, looking to bring back the offense. BU looking for a waterfall, heavy touch. Feels drops towards net, save from Lunar. Circuitry back on the defense.
it's a great first goal, but again, I can't underscore it enough. These lengthy possessions is what we need to try and shift the control back into Circuitry's favor. You keep letting NXT fire shot after shot. They're not going to feel uncomfortable in this series. They're still going to feel like they can regain and get that big offensive spread that they got earlier. We need continued possessions. Peep, that challenge is going to be so important, that third man rotation, in order to keep batting away, keep throwing shots in. The pass is perfect to Lunar, and we're up 2-0.
Just overall a great series on offense. Cam with the solo play off the ceiling, went down, was looking for bumps. Peep coming through with possession as well. Ultimately coming into the net is Lunar collecting the pass to get that second goal up for Circuitry Gaming, and it's looking good, and I like to see that. Exactly to your point, we saw these breakaways, these transitional opportunities. We need the extended offense and not give up quick ones on defense.
Yeah, that'll happen. Listen, these teams are about as even as you get, especially considering the track record they took to get here. Day 2 open quals, they were both in the bracket. They both got knocked down by other teams that made the close quals, but then regained. Both teams showing their ability to be resilient through these winding bends, these ups and these downs in the match. You cannot count out either of these teams. Sadly enough for Circuitry, as much as you want to do with this 2-0 quick lead, they're gonna keep at it. Lunar, oh, and he had the touch so close, but Peep wants to keep it going, and maybe they will, but topsy-turvies, ups and downs, it's expected in this match, Gator.
Yeah, topsy-turvies and ups and downs is a good way to describe it, as we've seen quite some highs up on offense, some lows on defense, as the second time a pass in front of the net has resulted in a goal for NXT. This time BU dropping it down over to Skills, who finds just the angle to stake it under the defense.
Yeah, let's be honest, BU with immense amount of time on the back wall, there has to be a presence there for Circuitry. They can't give up all of that time to get the perfect pass out. These players are going to get the pass that function into shots and goals if you give them that time. The presence on the defensive line, the positioning, it's got to be there on the backboard. And you know what NXT can't do is give Cam space like that. Almost made a move out of it, and it's going to be brought back into mid. Nitrous there to read it on the back wall. Exactly what was needed. We got Peep coming up to try and break up this offensive pressure. The breakaway is stifled, and Cam comes up with it to turn it away.
And hopefully get a transition here as well. Cam trying to get this one over to Lunar, and the pass bar down and in, and really what we needed after pushing back through a couple of overextensions up on offense, able to escape without getting scored on, and setting it right back to go up just before halftime.
Your mom saw it, your dad saw it, everybody saw on the field. Cam trying to get that pass off. Eventually it came, and the shot was as precise as it needed to be. Circuitry, even with kind of them showing their cards, are able to execute, and that's been the thing. I mean, we looked at what Game 2 had in store for us, especially in the latter half. It had opportunities, it had chances to score. It's just that finishing factor. That was the thing we were missing. But now you see the shot taking, you see the infield passes making their mark. If Circuitry can continue to hit their marks, they will continue to get these leads and maybe hold on. A little bumpage play. Cam looking for the net again, but I'm sure we'll get more chances.
It's going to come down to that precision as these two teams looking to continue to fight. They're so evenly matched. Potential opportunity, but Skills is going to cut this one off as NXT trying to hunt down on offense. Can't quite do it if you don't have a car, and BU does not. Lunar trying to get those thrown over to Cam. Cam with a soft touch, and Cam scoring again. And the 2-goal lead for Circuitry late in Game 3.
Those backboard passes have been money, and we're rolling in the cash flow tonight. 4-2, double up on the scoreline for a lead. We can't get comfortable. We have to continue this pace. Circuitry really outplaying NXT on the speed. They're getting to these balls quicker. The passes are clean. We've got to continue to be that way, because we've seen what NXT can do on offense given the space. This quick challenges, especially on the sidewall there from Peep. They've got to continue to make ends meet. A minute and change left to hold on and maybe get the win in a tiebreaker and have match point in Game 4.
I love to see this continued aggression coming out from Circuitry, trying to establish and extend the lead against NXT, trying to force that thought into the back of their mind. Both teams know it's an elimination match, but if Circuitry hold off and they get this win, it moves it to an elimination game for NXT, and we're looking to try to take advantage of that from the pressure that we keep bringing. Still up by 2, less than a minute to go, still pushing forward.
Still pushing forward. That's the motto here for Circuitry. Don't break what isn't broken, what doesn't need to be fixed. Yeah, that. Circuitry, do what you're doing now, because it's great. Peep on the sidewall, looking to hold on possession here. Oh, faking out BU a little bit and taking it to the ground. He's demoed off the play as well. His head on a swivel, and he can't keep up with the plays from Circuitry. Cam trying to pull off the shot pass, pulled down to the corner. Cam still with possession, but it's up and at it. Nitrous and BU doubling up on the effort. It still isn't enough. Peep trying to get the ground pinch. Oh, Skills avoids the bump, so he will get the save. 5 on the clock, and chances wearing thin, wearing empty for NXT to make it back. We've got match point in game 4, Circuitry on top.
And we're pushing through. Lunar was hunting for that bump at the end, trying to open it up. But honestly, even if he doesn't get the bump and he doesn't open it up, what he stops is he stops the defender from being able to challenge and get that transition set. So he's working the clock just as much as he's working the player. And you know what that leads to? It leads to holding on. And we are up in the series 2-1 against NXT in series point. In a match that has gone back and forth. We've seen these swings for both teams. Let's look to keep our momentum, break that seesaw action that we've seen, and push forward and take control of game 4.
Oh yeah, seesaw, the dip that we saw at the beginning of game 2, the first half, it was brutal. And that's what we have to avoid, is falling in that dip again. If they can stay consistent, if they can maintain that pressure, exactly what they're doing, Circuitry will continue to find the opportunities that they found and that they can execute on. We've seen it all night. We saw it in the open quals run. They have the prowess to do this, guys. Circuitry can do this. And with one more game, we go to round 5 and we finish it out. Come on, Circuitry. Be electric. Are we excited for this or what? Come on, guys. We got it right here. Game 4 against NXT. Let's finish this.
And we're just about ready for the kickoff as well to try to finish out this series against NXT. Trying to get a score on early, which has been advantageous for us throughout the night. Will be stymied out immediately. Skills getting the demo onto Peep in the net. The Lunar and Cam combining for a couple of saves and a couple of bumps. The crossbar lending a hand for once and keeping the ball out of the net. NXT right back up onto offense. Circuitry are going to have to work their way out. A couple of bumps are going to make that difficult.
Oh, it's looking a little uncoordinated on the defensive end. I'm surprised that ball hasn't found its way to the back of our net here. Peep trying to get in motion and keep that around. Staying in front of the ball is going to be so important, or maybe just passing it to Lunar. Attempted redirector shot on net. There's Peep again, sending it high and setting up the defenders as well, and Lunar's there to finish. Circuitry on the attack. You just can't stop them.
Lunar coming through onto the back wall. Peep trying to take that other shot. Lunar continuing through. Lunar has a couple of times now this series scored from that angle. This one not as oh my gosh, as the overtime of game 1, but still putting that early lead on for Circuitry and looking to apply that pressure. Cam picking up the save as the defensive metal of Circuitry being tested and coming up strong again. Still holding on to that 1-0 lead. Skill trying to get the clear, can't quite get it. Cam shot denied by BU, and a pass downfield to Nitrous slows it down. Lunar picks up the save and looking to get back into offense from this defensive position.
Huge from Lunar, and reminiscent of what we've seen from Circuitry when they're in those really tough situations. They've been able to make goal line saves, and Lunar counteracting and making sure that next shot does not come in. Another save from Peep, and Lunar forced to make another save. Look at the rotations though. The defensive maneuvers from Circuitry. They've always got a player ready to get back on that ball. Next time it's Peep, then it's Lunar. After the demolition to move up the field, had a big goal net to work with, but still regaining possession, and that's big enough. He finds the demo. Oh, look at Skills already to take it upfield. Taken out of the play, though. Demos are making this thing a little chaotic, Gator.
They're bringing the spice, that's for sure. And lead to something here for NXT. A free ball in front of the net will not find the back. Neither will Skill's shot as Cam picks up the save. Nitrous rotating back through. Looked like he wanted to get that boost. Steal the redirect coming down from BU. Ties us back up. 2:53 left to go. Nitrous taking a couple of people out, myself included. BU getting that second touch off the ceiling. Put NXT on the board.
I gotta say, Gator, we have to use that goal replay as a reset. This first half has been not the most informed defensive maneuvers. We're having to make another save here. NXT, they're on the attack. All they've needed to do was put a man in front of the ball to make the shot. They do it here on kickoff, and Circuitry, they've got to regain.
Yeah, the defense has been a little bit suspect here to start the game. Can't shy away from that fact. So if they're able to push their way through, it's one of those things. The defensive troubles have kind of been there throughout the night. And the offense has been so good that that's been the salve to the issues. So what do? Do you work on the defense, or do you start leaning into your strengths and working your way upfield? There's still half the game to go. It's only a 1-goal differential. But for now, and we look at the save from Lunar, that'll be a great way to start setting this back up, but we need to get back up onto offense, and we need to be able to calm down with it for the moment. We need to get more established in this game.
Or at least some establishment in the opponent's half would be great. We've got that maybe working here now as Peep sends it from the ceiling. Cam looking for an extra touch. Not going to be able to find it, but Lunar there from the backboard. Skills ready for it. We talked about how essential that backboard defense is. And oh, is it immaculate for Skills? And somehow it's sent away. Lunar, where does that touch even come from? He's looking for another as he dribbles it out and away from dangerous territory. Lunar, can I just say it? He's carrying right now on the defensive end, making every hairline save. Every ball is going to just save NXT from scoring again. Circuitry are on the backs of Lunar from the defensive end. Who is going to make it work, though, on the scoring side?
Gonna have to get back in here as well, and the demo is gonna lead to the open goal. The full sprint back to the net, unable to get it back in place. NXT will go up 3-1, 123 left. CG, we're pushing, we're trying, but haven't been able to quite break through.
The ups and downs proceed, but still 83 seconds on the clock and a chance for Circuitry to stay in this one. Nitrous, good control on the ball, looking for an extra one, drops it to Skills. Cam and Lunar both there to send away. Off the backboard we go. These big clears from NXT could be essential for them to shave more time off the clock. That certainly is what they're looking for. Maybe more goals as well. Lunar sends away. He's got two teammates to work off of from the other side. They both are motivated to drop it down to Lunar, but he is not ready for that one. Sends it straight to BU to tack on another.
Yeah, looking to extend that lead and trying to force a game 5 between these two teams, which again, wouldn't be totally unexpected with what we thought coming into this matchup. But NXT have been able to take advantage of these defensive miscues. They won't be able to get a kickoff goal here. Lunar will come through. Cam takes that shot, saved by Skills, and honestly might save the hold for NXT in Game 4. As if that one had gone in, absolutely would have begun to build momentum for Circuitry. Time continuing to tick, still time in the game, but obviously getting more difficult with every second that ticks off the clock.
Can't give up here, though. And Cam's going to show that resiliency by trying to get up to the ball, but boy, is that pass well placed. Just trying to get it out of reach of that last defender. It's a good heads-up play for there from BU. He could let Nitrous take the shot, but sees that if he just works that off the back line, takes out the last defender, he opens up yet another lane for NXT to score, and that's what it's all been about here in Game 4 and even in Game 2. NXT have provided themselves with innumerable lanes to get more points on the board, and that's partly due to Circuitry just not being on form from the defensive end. That shakeup, that change needs to happen again in Game 5, or NXT, they're going to continue to prevail here. And I think, Gator, it's very safe to say that we have a Game 5. We are going to Champions Field to figure out who exactly deserves that round 5 spot. Champions Field, here we come.
Pyro, you know, small sample size. Statistically, game fives have gone well for us tonight. Statistically, the odd games in this series have gone well for us tonight. And I'm pretty sure that leads to us doing well in game five. It is going to be tricky. There's no doubt about it. NXT have shown that when they can start getting the lead and start ruffling the feathers of the Circuitry defense, it does end up working well. But we've also shown when we strike early, when we set that tone early and keep level-headed, that we have it. Hey, we have this series. This is so evenly close that keeping that level head is going to be crucial for both of these teams. This is an elimination game. It's not an elimination match, not elimination anything. The winner moves on and the loser goes home. If they can sit back and know the game that they play, they will take it. But it will take 5 minutes of gameplay and five minutes of remaining focused.
And that's exactly why we're here in Game 5, because NXT know that as well. They've had almost the same track, the same exact run as we have had here with Circuitry, not only in this closed quals, but in open quals as well. So we really have all met to a T here, and it's gonna be decided in Game 5. One team, I'd like to think both teams deserve it, but one team will get a chance in round 5 to make that main event. Will it be Circuitry? It's time to find out! Lunar! Who else to make the initial play?
And that, to say it again, that's how you start. I think both teams deserve to be there. I'm going to be fully biased. Look, I like the guys over at NXT, but we're here for Circuitry. We're here for goals like that to start off these game fives. We're here for these follow-ups to force these quick saves from skills and looking to try to get another goal, but NXT taking it back downfield. The quick equalizer, both teams scoring very quickly in game five.
They really sent the whole force there on the shot. I think we got a little excited there from Circuitry. Time to reel it back and maybe throw it at them again, but in a more composed way. You talk about composure being that one very important asset in a situation like this where everything is on the line and it's game 5 and you're on Champions Field and with the banners waving, you want your name on this field. A chance there. Oh, Peep, I love that stomp on the one defender to maybe make way for Circuitry, but maybe they're acting a little passive after that last situation. Here's BU to take it around the corner, but Lunar has a clear out to Peep, back to Cam. Oh, big demolition though from NXT. They are ready and willing to get physical as well.
And our offense got started off of the demo as well, so only fair to answer back to shut it down quick as both teams, they're finding disruptions through this physicality and might see an opportunity here upon offense. BU collecting boost, looks for the play off of his own back wall, gets it past Lunar. No, Lunar taken up by Nitrous, and an opportunity at the net. The demo and the slight overextension on offense is going to lead to the NXT goal. Looks like it was a double commit up on offense. Not the time you want to see it. So plenty of time left to regain.
A little bit, and that physicality that's worked out very well for us at Circuitry is working out even better for NXT, and we gotta find a way to counter attack and make those shots count. That's Cam already from the onset to send a firing shot to the net, and a flip reset there from BU, sent away by Peep. Looking for a third player out on the clear, but Nitrous quick to turn that away. Skills to Cam, he gets a solid clear and is trying to diffuse this offensive pressure from Nitrous, but they just keep finding a way to attack again. Finally, Lunar able to break up the piece and maybe get a little aggressive, takes it mid immediately. The shot from Peep is gonna be just wide, but off the ceiling comes Lunar. That's the player we've been watching all night long. That's the player that's kept us here tonight. And can he do it again? A massive clear down the way, trying to get us going again, and it's near the net. Can we capitalize, please?
They're trying, they're going for it. It's situations and plays that have worked so well throughout the night. The chase down demo from Nitrous onto Cam, the physicality coming out from NXT, and even at times abandoning the ball rotations to get the demo, trying to throw off the Circuitry defense. Another demo attempt coming out onto Lunar as well. Still down 2-1, about half the game to go. Skills with possession, pass 2, needs to get a double touch. Peep gets demoed on it, it's gonna waterfall down. Nitrous there to collect. The tick past halftime, NXT up 2.
The speed. The speed is there for NXT. They've beaten Circuitry to the ball so many times over and over again, and sometimes that's all it takes, Gator. If you're composed, great, but then that speed, that pedal to the metal is the one thing that can beat your opponents to the challenges, and they do that time and time again. Circuitry, they've got to bring it all. They've got to bring everything they've ever worked towards in this last half of game 5. All the speed you've got. Heck, they were called fast and furious. We need to see that quickness there, and Cam's gonna predict that shot from Skills perfectly to send it away and maybe get some momentum behind these Circuitry boys.
They need to keep pushing through, and they need to remember the rotations. There's a couple of times that we've seen the double commits come out, and it's led to the loss of possession or being scored on. And Circuitry needs to hold a strong angle down from BU to go up 3. Situations we've seen where when the opposition extends the lead, it continues to grow with 151 left for Circuitry Gaming to regain, to keep their heads in this, and to fight their way back.
There is hardly a better shot that you can take there than from BU. Who are the players that make the moments count of BU almost not being able to save that on the goal line? Don't count Circuitry out yet, because they're fighting their hardest that they ever have for this one. And it's Peep off at the backboard to find our third man, Lunar, and retreating instead and needs to be able to be there for the next touch. And it's off the backboard again. Skills in front this time. Speedy as ever is NXT to these balls, and they are tacking away at that clock. Big clear, though, to try and get it going again. Peep looking for the challenge, can't find it. Lunar to the mid immediately. Oh, and the shot's gonna be wide yet again. Cam descended forward, and still chances arising, but being diminished by this NXT defense.
Yeah, every time they get the possession and they bring it downfield, even if they don't take those shots, it takes time off the clock, and the clock is very much NXT's friend. BU will get the save, not our friend, of Cam's shot. It's time continuing to tick away. Peep coming through the air, looking for the follow-up. Nitrous demoed by Lunar. Cam with possession, has time behind the ball, flips into position, looks for the duck on Skills, and Cam gets the touch. We're still in this. 2 goals to go and 41 seconds to do it.
Was that it? Was that the Licks reset? I think the flip came a little early, so it's really hard to tell, but either way, Cam, what a play! That's what this team needs to put them back in forces, pull out all the stops, every play you can possibly make. It has to be made here. They get a goal, they still need 2 more, and it's Skills down the field. There is still time. There is still chances to be made. The big clear out front. Cam sees it, and he's surging ahead to the ball, looking for that good challenge, takes it mid immediately. Tries to find the pass, but it's Peep instead. BU to send it back to the middle, and Lunar there for a chance off the ceiling again. Peep upfield. Peep can't be there again as Nitrous sends away. Time is ticking, and Cam still with a try out to Lunar. Lunar does get a demolition. It's off of the wall. They need a touch here, but it's no way. Single digits. Skills to the ground. Time wearing thin, and it's going to be NXT to move on to round 5, the end of the road for an incredible roster from Circuitry Gaming is here. What a chance that they provided for themselves tonight, but it comes to a close there.
And that'll be it for our run through tonight. And honestly, a fantastic run for these boys. This team, I'm so fantastically proud of them. Honestly, hats off, claps to them. I've been part of Circuitry for so long. I'm so excited to see CGB represented, and I could not be prouder of these 3 gentlemen and their run tonight, plus their coach, plus everybody involved. And though it ends here, that does not mean it is the end of the runs. There will be plenty of more, because these guys aren't going anywhere.
Oh my God, they've been working for a chance like this for how long now? I mean, eyes have been on this squad for months now, and they've gotten a chance to make their name known. I think they certainly have. Taking down PK, overtime after overtime, games off of oxygen, games. It's been all over the place tonight, and honestly, I believe it as well, Gator. Circuitry only have themselves to be proud of for a run like this tonight. And Gator, I know you've been with the group along, like you said. It's just got to be a pleasure to see these guys do what they can do. And I think they've impressed a lot of people tonight.
Oh, absolutely. When, like you said, it's a team that a lot of people had eyes on. They had so many fans coming into it, and so many have been spending time with us tonight, which we are massively appreciative of. And like I said, so proud of them. They've come in once we signed them. They integrated so well into the CG community and into the group, and then to come out and represent, and they do as well as they've done. They've regained, they rebound, and they put on a show and put on a great run through the regional. Like I said, unfortunately, it comes to an end, but it just continues to show a positive outlook. Honestly, I was gonna go with something so corny, but just totally honest. You see them come through, and the couple of times for their mistakes, totally fixable mistakes, and when things are clicking, they were really clicking. You don't reverse sweep PK by accident. You don't take games off oxygen by flukes. This is a team that is here to compete, and it is here to stay, and I am so excited to see where they go.
I love it, Gator. It's been a pleasure for us to be able to broadcast this to you all. We had Tazaro here on the production, myself, Pyro J, and Gator over here casting this incredible run from Circuitry Gaming in the NA Winter Regional 2 closed qualifiers. We very much hope to see Circuitry Gaming back in a situation like this again, and we very much hope to see you here again, rooting this incredible team on. Our road ends here, but I believe we're taking it to NXT to see how they fare in round number 5. We'll go ahead and root on our competitors, and we'll see you next time.